But then he sucked my dick, and what?
No, I gotta tell you guys, it's really true. I mean, once you start running out of space in your basement, you switch to midget hookers, and you at least get a couple extra months.
That's just
storage.
That's just good savings, you know. You don't have to spend more.
And plus, their little necks are easier to snap.
Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Beer Dweebs United. You have the Rhino, you have Nicholas Pickles from Maxwell Stars Beer Reviews, you have Lee, the King of Beer Tube from Hoogly's Beer Reviews.
I'm in my tool shed, guys.
You have Bylog from Joe's house, and you have Average Troll Murica.
From my house.
Yeah, he's in your house. That's why there's a big pole. You ride the pole with him.
Oh, that's like glorious.
What's everybody drinking tonight? And we'll start with Joe.
I fucking hate you. I am drinking from Trillium. You've heard of Trillium before, right, Gar? From Trillium Brewing Company, we are drinking Metal. METTLE double IPA.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
There should be something else.
Bylog, how about yourself?
I am having GLB Robo Hop, which has only been aged for, I don't know, when did it come out? Friday. So it's only been aged for 5 days in my beer fridge. So it's still probably too fresh to enjoy.
Do you care to tell the people about your magical fridge? We always joke about it. What's so great about it?
Well, it ages GLB IPAs to perfection. You know, a GLB IPA could maybe be like a 7, 8 on its own. You put it in the fridge for a week or two. A 9, 9.5. Who knows? Maybe even a 10.
Drop it, creep.
It only works for GLB IPAs, so stop fucking telling me it aged lagers. It doesn't work.
Not Great Lakes Brewing IPAs, but GLB. Because everyone is on, yeah. GLB.
Ontario, not the Ethan one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
Finishing off a Boxing Rock Temptation Red Ale, and very soon I'll be moving into Garrison's Double IPA.
Nice. Yourself, Nicholas Pickles?
Recognition of tomorrow being St. Patrick's Day, I gotta have a point to the black stuff.
Ah, you know.
I just wish you weren't a racist.
I have two things going here. I have water in a Sprite bottle.
Yeah, right. Water.
Look,
Water. Leahy's kind of water.
Fucking Irish.
There's no carbonation because you let it sit out overnight and get flat.
No carbonation because it's fucking vodka, that's why.
Oh, it's vodka. We might be calling the fucking hospital at some point.
There's no carbonation in Malibu rum.
I think the beer I'm going to start with tonight will be from Amsterdam, the Big Wheel.
I don't even know what it is, but
It's not good.
I didn't think it was that bad, but nobody cares what I think.
Balance in
Did
life.
you say something, Nick?
Balance in life. Alrighty, so I'm just going to pour this. Then I'll turn my camera off while I get my face right in front of the screen and talk about the first little bits of news. The
Leave it on, we
usual
won't be able to
start.
see.
What's that?
Leave it on, we won't be able to see you.
Well, yeah, that's part of the reason I'm turning it off, so that you won't be able to see me.
Peace.
not going to lie, BDU would be much better if you just did that the rest of the show.
You're a very friendly guy, and I'm loving having you as part of my friendship circle.
Who said we are friends?
Anyway,
acquaintance at best.
Bose continues their seasonal Gruit series with Original Gruit and Grandmaster OG. So basically, they're continuing their series by bringing back two Gruits that came out last year. So the Grandmaster OG is an Imperial Original Gruit, and the Original Gruit is an Original Gruit. They are made with Yarrow, Bog Myrtle, excuse me. Oh, that didn't taste too good. And Labrador tea.
What's he eating off camera?
I didn't eat anything. I burped. Mill Street releases its Spring Mix 2006 pack. What do you think is in this one?
Oh, let me guess. Is it their Spring Thaw Maple Ale and then some other shit?
Lemon tea, tank house.
Two new ones that I've never had before, and one that's usually in it. And it's 2 bottles of each. It doesn't have the tank house and stuff this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this year they're doing a new one up. It comes with the Don Valley Bench, which is a 4.8 ABV, 11 IBU beer that was in the summer sampler pack of 2013.
And it wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. It's a wheat beer that's oak aged.
What?
Yeah, it's a wheat beer that's oak aged.
What's the percentage?
4.8.
But I think when they say oak age, I think they mean they poured it into the barrel, then poured it directly out of the barrel.
They fucking put staves in there for like maybe 2 minutes max.
Next, it comes with a Big League IPA, which is a 7% ABV, 80 IBU, Grapefruit League beer.
Excuse me?
It was originally known as Grapefruit League IPA, and this year it's Big League IPA.
Okay.
And lastly, Madawaska Maple Irish Red, 5% ABV, 22 IBU.
Okay. That could be really good or really bad.
Developed at Mill Street's Ottawa Brew Pub, and it's made using maple syrup from the namesake Madawaska Valley.
Oh boy, you have convinced Lee to purchase said pack.
No, you haven't.
I actually saw this pack a few days ago, and I just walked right past it. I wish I had looked now.
No, I'm not paying.
It does have two beers for me to review.
Yeah, I'm not paying their obscene prices for their fucking mixed packs.
I could try the IPA, but I wouldn't. I'd want to just buy a can of it. Or if you go to the Mill Street, if you go to the actual brew pub, you can buy the individual bottles from all these packs for like.
Why don't you do that and then send them to Lee for review?
Because it's all the way in Toronto, and you got to pay like $20 for parking there because it's the historic distillery district and.
Other good reason I don't want to review them.
No, that's the best reason.
So, Kitchissippi in Ottawa brought back the Bristol Stout for a limited time. It was brought back for St. Paddy's Day. Bristol Stout is their milk stout, and they're actually selling it in cans. So if you're in the Ottawa area, you don't have to buy a keg or a growler. You can get a can.
Is that named after Bristol Palin?
Yes. No.
No? Oh, okay.
Reinhardt Brewing and Rhythm and Brews Brewing release a collaboration beer. Rhythm and Brews is a brand new brewery in Toronto that Kyle, one of the brewers from Cameron's, is part owner of. He left Cameron's to go and start up his own thing. This is Dancing with the Devil Imperial Schwarz beer. And it'll be 8% alcohol and 30 IBU.
Might be alright. The name of the brewery reminds me of that old tag team in the WWF, Rhythm and Blues, Honky Tonk Man, and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
That's right, baby. It reminds you of wrestling all the time.
There is a Rhythm and Brews brewing in St. Louis as well.
Lawsuit.
Well, there'll only be a lawsuit if one of the two of them tries to go into the U.S. or Canada.
Lawsuit.
I'm just not talking today. So is Kyle that fella that did all the good stuff at Cameras, then left them, like all the barrel-aged stuff?
Yeah, he's the guy that did the Obsidian and a few other brews from them.
Well, he might potentially make some good beers then.
Yep.
Hitting some people in the head with a fucking guitar.
Sean and Ed Brewing launches their first beer, and they're planning an April 1st brewery release. Sorry, a brewery opening. So Sean and Ed Brewing is one of those breweries that we talked about with one of the stupid names. Anyway, Sean and Ed Brewing, a new brewery in Dundas, Ontario, named for co-owners Sean Till and Ed Madrock, has released its first beer at one of the longest established craft beer bars in the area. The first keg of Barrel Shed, an 8% ABV barrel-aged lager, created by brewmaster Rob Crichton, were tapped last week at Augusta's Winking Judge in Hamilton.
So I'd imagine it's like a Doppelbock.
I would imagine it's a Doppelbock, unless it's just a regular ale that ended up going up to 8% because of the whatever type of barrel they use.
Well, it said it was a lager, right?
Yep.
Could be an Imperial Pilsner, guys.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's an 8% ABV barrel-aged lager, and that's all it says about it. Apparently they went through 3 kegs in the matter of 5 days.
Better than being an alt beer, I guess. Right, Tim?
Nick, that is the smartest thing you've ever said on the show.
Shut up.
I don't know. Have we had many? I don't think I've had many barrel-aged lagers.
Because no one makes fucking barrel-aged lagers.
What about that 10 Saints, that rum barrel aged one?
Oh yeah, there's that.
I mean, I've had barrel aged Doppelbocks.
Yeah, like Deviator, for instance. But just a regular
Wow.
lager? I don't.
Yeah, you kind of think it wouldn't really have the malt bill to hold up to barrel aging, really. I mean, when you got a Doppelbock or something like that, you've already got those like intense sort of dark malt flavors going on. So it's more suitable to be sticking in a barrel somewhere. But if you just have like a fucking weak ass late lager and you're dumping it in a fucking barrel, I don't know. I'd be interested to try it though. It'd be interesting to see what it's like.
Well, as we said before, we talked about it quite a few times. Usually you want a beer that's going to hold up to the barrel aging. Now, it's all dependent upon how long that beer was in the actual barrels. For all we know, it might have been fucking a month. They just
they just innocent gunned it.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that they could have done something like that, and maybe it works.
Oh, I know what it would end up tasting like. End up tasting like that fucking shit from England there. The
Oh no, I would hope not.
the Dead Crow. Oh man.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. What's up, Jamie?
I'll just mention Winter is coming. Left a comment that he just had his first Russian gun in a long time. I can say the butter is still strong in this one. Had a Robo Hop earlier tonight as well. Wasn't a fan.
Oh boy, Dem's fighting words, yo. At least.
Well, it's good to know that even with a new brewmaster, Grand River still is buttery.
It's their flavor profile, man. They gotta keep true to themselves, no matter who the brewmaster is.
Well, that I'm actually starting to really think that if they have switched brewmasters and the butter is still there, they really must just want that there.
Well, I mean, look at how many different macro companies that actually put intentional skunk in the beer because it reminds people of buying a skunk bottle. It happens.
It certainly does.
Or they haven't figured it out yet, and they're still trying to.
Should make a butter pecan porter. They're halfway there already. They just need to make the porter.
What are you drinking there, Jamie? Black Swan what?
It's that The Galaxy Awakens.
Nice.
It's very
So,
nice.
Dos Equis has fired the most interesting man in the world. They're making his last commercial. They're shooting him to the moon in the last commercial, and then they're going to look for a new spokesperson.
So they actually is it really a firing or just like it's run its course, let's go in a different direction type of thing?
Apparently, the marketing company that hires their spokesperson is supposed to get a certain amount of throwback for his contract, and he hasn't been paying them, so they're walking away from him.
Ah. Most interested man was holding on to his dollars.
Yep. Well, he needs it to keep all those young ladies with him.
Yeah, because he's a little too old to be doing interesting things anymore. He just has an interesting pocketbook at this point.
I didn't realize beer is terrible.
Most interesting Scheiße!
How long has that campaign been going? Like, how long has he been the spokesperson?
I think that's at least a decade.
Yeah, I was gonna say upwards of 10 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I remember him being on TV when the Alexander Keith's guy was on TV.
Oh God, the pedophile, yeah. But I know like some of the commercials they show like supposed exploits from like the 60s and 70s, and they have the footage doctored to make it look grainy and stuff. So they just cast like a younger actor or whatever. So really, they don't even have to get rid of the most interesting man in the world. They could just replace him with a new most interesting man in the world. So, I mean, it could be just like recasting Dracula from Bela Lugosi to fucking Christopher Lee or some shit like that.
Yeah, well, once they sent him to the moon,
So
he's
10
no
years.
longer the most interesting man in the world, so they could just continue it on, like you said, with somebody new.
Or James Bond, even better.
Lee, your comment about the Keats guy,
Mhm.
is that a real thing?
Oh yeah, he was a convicted pedophile.
I've never heard
That's
of
why his commercials dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, you have a hard time finding them anywhere now.
Hmm.
Keith has done everything they can to erase that from their history.
it, as you should.
First appearance for the most interesting man in the world was summer 2006, I guess. So 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Good
Wow.
run.
Yeah, a very good run for a guy that just did a few beer commercials every once in a while.
Yeah, a guy sat at a table surrounded by beautiful women and said, I drink Dos
My
Equis.
friends.
Yeah, stay
Yeah,
here,
actually,
to my friends.
really good commercials.
And he made bank, son. He made bank.
Tricked me into buying a 12-pack. Never again.
If I could get Dos Equis Amber, I'd buy it.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. But we hate all macro beers. All of them. All of them. Please.
They all stink.
Come on. I would never be caught drinking.
Except for when I'm drinking in my tool shed, then I drink shitty beer.
You gotta have something erase the memories of the holes in your roof.
The dilapidated
roof.
state of my existence. Yes.
On a plus side, sweet tart.
What the?
Now, a new beer product that's out is modeled after Ken Block's wheels. So you can now put your beer down on Ken Block's wheels. 1552, the wheel company that makes the tires for his stunt race cars. Yeah, you can buy a set of 6 wooden coasters that look just like their wheels for $36.
Is it bad that I thought you were talking about the Brock Street Brewing guy?
No.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Would you guys buy 6 coasters for $36? I know
No.
I wouldn't.
I don't even know who the fuck this person is, and I don't know what the fuck wheels have to do with anything.
He's a stunt car racer, and they made
Fuck.
wooden
watch
coasters that look just like his wheels for anybody that's a big fan to put their beer down on. I'm sorry, if my coaster is a $6 coaster, you ain't putting your fucking beer on my coaster.
Yeah,
I
that's.
wouldn't pay that for Dusty Joe coasters.
Oh, baby, Dusty Joe coaster, the collector's items, baby. You be paying what I tell you to pay. That's how that works.
I'll fix it exactly the same, but the numbers on them are different.
I tell you what, though, baby, if Dusty Joe came up with like ashtrays with his face on it, I'd take up smoking just so I could put out fucking cigarette butts on his damn face every time I looked at him, baby.
Oh, baby,
Toilets, baby.
Baby, toilet, you can take a shit right on my face. Yeah.
My shit's too good for you, but my cigarette butts, they look great.
You flush it and says nom 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 nom.
You're a fucking idiot.
I think this conversation a lot better than that guy selling his fucking coasters for $400 billion, baby, when they're worth nothing.
It's true, they are worth nothing. I do find it funny that some products, just because it has a name on it, get as much bank as
It's like Kiss selling their fucking name to every fucking thing you get to their code.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure some of his fans will buy it, and he will make money, and some people will be happy, and it'll be glorious.
Buy your Kiss prostate test.
That might actually be useful, baby.
buy your
I didn't want to kiss after a prostate test.
Now, news out of Windsor, which is too bad we don't have.
No news out of Windsor. Stop.
Motorcraft Ales is making a
Florida,
burner beer for Bernie
Ontario.
Sanders' upset over Hillary Clinton.
That's hilarious, even though it's not going to happen, but it's hilarious.
Bernie Sanders' upset victory over Hillary Clinton this week. I think it was on the. It was
Michigan or
It
Massachusetts.
was
it's
debate there.
Michigan.
Has inspired Windsor's Motorcraft Ales to make a beer for Bernie. It's going to be a habanero pepper beer.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, make it a fucking chili
It's
beer.
going to be a maple habanero walnut infused cream ale.
To feel the burn?
The feel the burn. Yeah.
The reason we chose walnuts and maple is because Vermont is known for those two ingredients, and then we used habaneros for the burn, to feel the burn.
I guess we can ask Ewart how it is, because I'm sure he'll get a bottle of it and drink it. I'm sure it'll be great.
Because he's a socialist. Ewart's a commie.
I actually think that it has potential to be an okay beer, though. Maple walnut habanero.
Sounds like it. Sounds like a good gimmick and a decent beer at the same time. So.
Yeah, but I don't think Motor City's known for brewing, how do you say, good beer. I'm not saying they brew bad beer, but I don't think anyone's been like super excited to try any of their stuff. I know you said they have a lot of misses, not necessarily any hits, but you can.
Well, you have to start somewhere. You have to try.
You're
Well,
an old man.
Yeah, if this one doesn't work out, they could always just make a shitty Trump beer afterwards.
No, if Rogue made that beer, I'd line up.
Oh yeah. Rogue probably will make that beer, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Another bit of celebrity beer news. Ontario Brewery launches Eagles of Death metal beer. And Man Antler Craft Brewing, Boots Electric IPA, so the beer is called Boots Electric IPA. It will see $1 of every beer sold going to the victims, going to the families of the 130 victims of the Paris massacre.
Yeah.
Are they? That's a new brewery, isn't it?
Yes, and actually, they are actually one of the most hyped breweries in Ontario right now. To some people, they are more hyped than, say, Bellwoods.
I have a friend in Bowmanville. I might have to ring him up.
Oh, Man Antler, you guys talking about?
Yeah. I've never had anything
You
from
should,
them.
Jamie.
So.
No,
Jamie, you can get the exclusive, son.
They
Maybe.
look like they're a good brewery, but they're literally out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
And we know Greg does not travel outside a radius of 5 miles to get his beer.
That's true. I don't need to. I'm a spoiled kid.
GTA, motherfuckers, GTA!
That is a long ass drive though, Bowmanville.
No, but that is a good cause, though. I mean,
Okay. During the summer, I like to go up to Mulport and some lapping days. So, I mean, if I'm ever up there, I'll definitely pick some up. But I'm not going to go out there just for beer.
What is it? At least an hour and a half from Toronto, right?
so they're
More or less. I mean, about an hour the way I drive. But.
they're essentially trying to fixate themselves as the new Hill Farmstead of Canada, essentially. So
It's only an hour away, and you won't drive there, Greg?
I'm lazy, Joe.
Jesus, you are lazy, for fuck's sakes. Go try out Man Antler, give everybody the 411 or 311 or 811 or whatever the fuck.
I seem to recall. Hey, wait a second. I seem to recall a few months back, Rhino complaining, Joe, you never come up to visit anymore. Why don't you come up to visit? You're only like 20 minutes away.
It's because I don't like them. There's a difference if I don't like this person.
Okay.
That makes me feel very good, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's not meant to be. It's the truth. It's like,
Fucking
I could come up and
cyberbullying.
drink, but, he's a blind albino. Like, what am I going to do with that?
Everyone watching.
I
You can
drones at the
lose, you
side
can
of
lose
a
at
fucking
video
house.
games on me.
Listen, go to Joe's channel and flag him for cyberbullying, because this is disgusting.
I think you can creep on his wife if you go there.
I could, but I've already done that, so check mark, done.
Yeah, he found her in a fucking Walmart. Are you Chad's wife?
Mm-hmm.
While she was looking at bathing suits.
I'm sure if I played Candy Crush, I could, step up my game a little
Part
bit.
is, she was in the chamber. Joe just popped
This
in
is great. It's great. He struck off half his fucking bucket list right there. It's just
Half?
like, meet Chad's wife.
Well,
where are you getting your
Everything
information
struck it
from,
off
you
is-
dillweed?
He just was really happy that it wasn't like
Oh,
Guantanamo Jones that
words.
didn't get hit for it.
Fighting words there.
See, that was when I first met up with Rhino a couple times, but then I came to the realization that if I go into any department store, you find a 300-pound albino guy looking at toys. That's what you do. So,
I do look at toys a lot.
well, so that's
I
information
Go see the toys.
duly noted.
Every time we walk into any department store, Daddy, can we go look at the Lego? Can we go look at this? Okay, we'll look at it. We're not buying any. Okay, I want this and this and this. We're not buying any.
You're saying you walk in, you go to department stores with your dad a lot?
Who, me?
No, Rhino. He was
Oh.
a good impression of himself.
I'm going to stab you in the neck with my penis.
Wow, that must be a sharp prick.
No, nothing's going to happen.
No. Oh, here is the big news of the week. Cigar City Brewing sells to private equity firm Fireman Capital.
Oh no! Oh no! It's over. Cigar City's done. Oh my god! Don't buy any of their beer. Fucking social media. Well, there. Aaron actually linked to. Actually sent me a picture of somebody on. I think it was on Tap. Like, they're like, "Oh, did you see the sale? Another one gone. Where the fuck did they go? I don't." Like, they're still here selling beer.
Well,
It's really good.
these guys own Oscar Blues, Heron Brewing, Utah Brewing Cooperative, and Wasatch and Squatters brands. So the only stuff I've had from them is Oscar Blues.
And it hasn't gone downhill.
No.
It's been consistent for fucking since I started drinking it back, whatever, 7 years ago.
There was
Same
a
shit.
comment on my Facebook page when I posted the thing, and this is coming from a lawyer, and the way he worded it is probably the smartest response ever. And it wasn't that he's not going to want the beer anymore or anything like that, but where is it? This is actually one that Aaron did respond to as well. Just waiting for my Facebook page to load up here.
Aaron had an eventful week that I approve of.
He was troll casting on everybody this week.
I don't think it was troll casting as much as just saying how it is.
Owning people?
Yeah, just saying how it is. I mean, a lot of truth.
Aaron don't take no shit from nobody. He just fucking goes after people. I love it.
It's not trolling when, like, 80% of it's the truth.
Yeah, it's not trolling when you're right.
Anyway, so the guy said another one gone, and Aaron was where have they gone, and the response was actually really, really well thought out. And again, it's only thought out because it's a lawyer who actually does corporation law. From the world of being a privately owned corporation that can make quick decisions, both good and bad, to the world of being an entity owned by investors who are profit motivated exclusively. I know the response to this is always, all shareholders are profit motivated, which is partially true. The reality is that a private shareholder can choose to make a decision that does not drive revenue and not face recrimination from the board of shareholders because of a private corporation. A corporation owned by a private equity firm cannot have the same freedom based on the requirements of the private equity firm to meet investor returns. Ultimately, will this change much about the pictured beer? No, because this is this is a bestseller. But will it change the innovation that the brewery has become known for? Possibly, because innovation is expensive.
See, and I'm not gonna say anything about this guy specifically, but in general, those are the people that say that, where they have a Big Mac in one hand and a Coca-Cola in the other, and they fucking it's ridiculous. Look.
Oh, that Joe.
Look, at the end of the day, bro, this is gonna happen, and I say bro as in bra as in bro, but it's gonna happen. It's been happening. It's gonna continue to happen, and everyone seems to fucking have their 2 cents. The fact of the matter is, I'm sure if these big companies like AB InBev are going to buy them, over the course of time, the quality will go down. But you can see these nut jobs that are like, soon as they're bought out, never buying a product from them, instantly all their stuff is trash. The stuff that's on the fucking shelves is automatically trash, even though it was brewed before the company took them over. People need a reality check. It's a fucking business, and this is how it's going to be.
I saw a bunch of that this week. Didn't AB InBev and Sab Miller finally sort of finalize that takeover deal? I think they finally got through the legal hoopla to where it's like a done deal now.
I thought that I saw something about AB InBev selling the rights to the Japanese or Chinese?
They sold the rights to Snow.
Yeah, the Snow. I didn't see anything about them finalizing the agreement.
Because I did see some people like doing their typical, like I saw an upswing of it this week of people losing their shit, going, fuck AB InBev, I'm not buying their shit ever again. Fuck this crap. I'm done with them. They're big fucking corporate fucking blah 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 blah. You know, okay, well, stop drinking good beer. That's fine.
And you know what's funny about that, Rhino, that you say he talks about the creativity, all this stuff. The reality is Oscar Blues over the last year has fucking been as creative as they ever been, and they've actually opened up a distribution that can hit fucking as many states as possible.
What? That's the one thing I'm hoping for, seeing that Oscar Blues is up in New York State and all that I might actually see more Cigar City stuff.
I would love it. I mean, we have received some Cigar City stuff sporadically over the last year, like Highlight, which is their best-selling beer, which is their IPA. They're also their Florida Cracker.
Yeah, those are the two that you were able to pick up for me in the past.
Yeah, those showed up, and then they had a couple like odds and ends. I think they have a beer called Invasion Pale Ale that showed up here and there. But like, if I can get full distribution of Cigar City, fuck. People are already talking about Highlight, how it's went down in quality over the last couple of years because they had an agreement where they basically more or less they contract brewed with a place down in Florida that actually is doing Toppling Goliath. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Toppling Goliath, it's one of those really hype breweries in the Midwest that brew beers that like no one can get and whatnot. There was a story last year where a guy, one of their special releases that is waxed, KBBS, he actually unwaxed them all, poured the beers out, and then refilled them with Founders Imperial Stout, and then re-waxed them, and then traded them to people on like the Beer Advocate forums.
Ooh. We talked about this last year. Yeah,
so he eventually got caught. But so Top and Goliath, their best-selling brewer, their at least most known beer is their Pseudo Sue, which is their pale ale brewed with Citra hops, and they actually contract brew in Florida. Now, this is interesting from another little story. If you guys remember, I reviewed that beer with Johnny from Crafty Beer Reviews, and a certain individual came onto that review and talked about how it was in the 12-ounce bottle instead of the 22-ounce bottle, and how we knew we were in trouble when we first opened it, blah, blah, blah. Cigar City actually contract brews with that same place that brews the Pseudo Sue for Toppling Goliath, and people are talking about how like the quality has went down since they went there and all this stuff, and it's like people just like to complain, plain and simple, right? If they don't remember the beer how it used to be, I'm sorry, but mood plays a huge role. Right now, Ewert's in fucking Florida on a vacation, and he's been sucking down all the Cigar City beers, and he's going nuts. He's like, they're fucking amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure when he brings them back and he compares them to beers that he can drink locally or get in Michigan, it's not going to be the same. And that's just, I mean, somehow, when you're in the moment, you're fucking having a good time, beer's great, sometimes not. So, I don't know, I think people are just fucking insane. You can't please them, plain and simple.
Sounds legit.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of people you cannot please, Matt! What's up, brother?
Holy shit.
Or maybe you can please him. He's too easy to please. I don't know.
It's not saying much.
He totally wants to be unmuted so he can talk shit.
I think he's watching.
Told you, baby.
What's going on?
Matt? Not much.
What should I drink?
Mayor's Coming says Manantler is apparently Ontario's new Bellwoods.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I'm going to drink Royal City's Smoked Honey next.
Well, nice of you to interject there, Chad. You didn't even ask Matt what the fuck he's drinking, you rude motherfucker.
Matt's been talking to a few times, and he just sat there staring at the camera.
That's pretty rude.
Because he is a fucking nice person. He is a fucking gentleman. He doesn't interrupt people.
I am drinking War Elephant by Russian Duck.
Awesome.
Fucking Russian Duck. Unbelievable.
Russian Duck. What, Joe? What about Russian Duck?
I like Russian. I've heard good things about Russian Duck. But I'm still finishing up this fucking metal. I'm finishing it up.
What do you think of your Trillium experience?
Nah, man, it's all right. No, I have had 4 beers from them, and they're fucking really good. But not I go nuts over.
Listen, the Rushing Duck thing for me is. Am I interjecting in anything? We're gonna just fucking ramble for a minute. I don't know. Does it matter?
Ramble.
Anyway.
CDU, you should know by now. It's just rambling.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, fucking a Rushing Duck dude is turned into like the coolest fucking day trip ever in the history of mankind for like my area. Like Rushing Duck is a cool little brewery. Like they're fucking tiny as fuck. They're like it's the size of Chad's basement. Actually, it's smaller than Chad's fucking basement. You know what I mean? With the tap room area, it's tiny, and fucking they make really good beers. And you go there, so it's about an hour and 10 minutes away from where I live. You go there, and then from 20 minutes south of the brewery is two of the best bottle shops I've ever seen, and the best restaurant with the best good beer I've ever seen, all within 2 blocks of each other.
So it's not even the brewery itself. It's like the experience of just going to the areas.
The whole trip is just crazy. Like you go to these 2 bottle shops and they have amazing shit, and I'm like, okay, this is just crazy. And then there's a place called Eddie's Roadhouse. It's like it's just like a little place of burgers and beer. But the beers that you have there, like the last time I went there, I've been there 4 times. Like the last time before, 2 times ago I went there, they had like the high-end shit from Hill Farmstead, like the double Citra and the whole 9 on. And then this time when I went there, they had main lunch and dinner. And fucking
dinner?
Yeah.
Wow.
And fucking and then they had they always have other half and all the other bullshit on. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. And you just sit there and the owner comes and drinks with you. And then after about 2 or 3 beers, if you're having a good conversation, he starts ripping out bottles from the basement. And he's like, let's fucking go at it, man. And I was like, okay. So yeah, it's great. And they make an awesome burger. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You go there more often.
That's what I'm saying. Every 2 weeks I make this little loop around there. Like my dad lives an hour 45 minutes away from me. He lives 20 minutes away from those places. So I do my civic duty and my family duty. I visit my dad, go, hi Dad, how you doing? Okay, I gotta go. And then I fucking go up to the brewery real quick and then drink some beers and then go walk around, buy beers and drink beers.
Yeah, hey Dad, how you doing? If I get really drunk, can I stay here overnight? Okay, thanks. See you later.
No, I never drive. I always make other people drive. That's true. Because I can't do it. I won't drink and drive. I just can't do it. And I can't not stay at my own house. So it's like weirdness. Unless I'm in a room with Paul with a fucking weird Norwegian woman or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
she
where
is.
Greg busts in and just yells at everybody.
Yeah.
No
potties! No potties!
It just seems like you're shouting random shit. I don't. Should you shut up for a second? Literally, no, he could not. He couldn't do it.
What are you guys drinking?
Royal City Smoked Honey.
I'm doing Garrison Double IPA or Imperial IPA, whatever you want to fucking say it.
Some Black Swan.
Ooh, nice. What'd you get?
The Galaxy Awakens.
How is it?
Very nice.
Yeah, the only exposure I ever had to them was at Chad's last year, and everything was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
They were probably the brewery of the show, so.
Oh, they were, baby. Dr. Joe totally agrees with Matthew, baby.
The Lee, you're out your way. Do you get the radio show that I do? We did what the fuck's the name of the brewery now? Breakside Brewing. Do you get Breakside shit by you?
I've never seen it. I don't even know. It might be in Nova Scotia. I don't know. Where are they supposed to be?
Well, they're in Oregon, but we talked to them about distribution. They're like, yeah, we get up to Nova Scotia and all that kind of stuff.
It's probably in the one of 2 private stores. Not close to where I live in Nova Scotia. So.
But their beers are really good if you ever see them.
Right on.
I took a drive out there, out to Black Swan, a couple weeks ago, and picked up 3 of these, and I sent 2 off to Guy, and he just did an unboxing tonight, or just uploaded an unboxing, so he should be doing reviews of the other 2 next week or so.
Nice.
How is are they getting bigger like Black Swan, or are they still kind of small, just doing their thing?
That was the only time I've ever tried their beer in there.
Yeah, they still selling growlers and howlers only.
Yep. Yeah. So just a small storefront, and looked nice. everything I tried was good. So
Yeah, I was like I said, Matt. I was finishing up this medal of the 4 Trillium beers that I've had. I think the double dry hop scaled was probably my favorite. But I had
Really?
yeah. I thought of the 4 I had that. I had Pier, which was their American wheat ale with like I think Citron Galaxy, and then I had their Pot and Kettle, which was just their oatmeal porter, and then this, and yeah, I probably liked the double dry hop scale the most out of everything that I had, but.
I haven't had the metal yet. The double dry hop scaled, I thought was fun in a way that getting slapped in your face while having sex is fun. It's like there's so much dry hopping in it, the beer was lost. It was just like dry hop heaven.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I enjoy now, which I probably didn't enjoy, say, a couple of years ago. I think it's kind of a lost art at this point, but just like a nice balance in IPAs and double IPAs and dry hop beers where you still get malt, you still get hops, but they work in perfect harmony. But if I'm going to get smacked in the face with dry hopping or any kind of certain, hop notes, like that was the way for me personally to enjoy it. But the one thing I will say about Trillium is that all their stuff was really well made to style. Like that Pot and Kettle, that oatmeal porter, it doesn't get a lot of hype or great ratings, but like as far as oatmeal porters go, like it's spot on to a T. Like I understand it's not fucking tripled, quintupled dry hop with fucking Citra Mosaic, Eldorado, and fucking Unicorn Tears. Like I understand. Like it's not an IPA. It's not a fucking sour. It's just an oatmeal porter.
Some unicorn tears in your mouth.
No, that was one of my favorite beers that they made. So I dig it.
Well made, and like as far as like mouthfeel and like body went, it was to a T. Like it was really good. I definitely dug it. But like the fact that you have to trade and it's hard to get this stuff. Like I'm not gonna pass it up if I ever get the chance to try it, whether it's through trade or buddies. But like I wouldn't go out of my way to get a lot of their stuff.
My wife likes me for my body and my mouthfeel.
But their prices don't suck, either.
No.
Like they're like
$10 to $12
$9 for $7.50.
Yeah, no, like, and that's the thing. Like, I just drank this entire fucking thing in like 40 minutes. Now this is an 8% double IPA. I'm feeling great. It's good times.
You know what, Rhino? Really, the comment you should have made is my wife loves me for my head retention.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about head retention. Joe said body and mouthfeel.
That's true.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of things, I just wish you weren't a fucking liar, and that would have been.
Ooh. Man, it's just getting dirty between you two tonight. It's just been back and forth nonstop.
I know. Are we finally going to air the grievances between Average Joe and the Albino Rhino?
I just don't like albinos. Say what you want about it, but just they creep me out, bro.
Yeah, Joe's not prejudiced, but in most instances.
Well, I would love to talk about how much I hate the Rhino, but here's the thing. I think Ethan's here, and he has glasses on, and I don't know if he's... What's happening here?
Man,
hey, guys.
I think
What's up, bro?
Joe hates white people. That's what's going on.
I hate
Well, he likes white people. He just hates really
I'm
white
drinking Dogfish Head, so my white privilege is showing. So...
Naggers.
No, I'm
I do
drinking
I do hate people who nag a lot.
Yeah.
the beer drink, or what is it? Beer to drink music to, Belgian style.
How is it?
It's actually really good. I actually like it. It's got it's crazy. When I first tasted it, it was like real strong cardamom, peppercorn spice, but then it just mellowed out into a vanilla taste,
Was that-
so I liked it.
Was that cardamom? Is it cardamom? Cardamom?
Cardamom.
I think it's pronounced cardamom.
With the pinky out, you got to say that.
It's cardamonium. That's what Iron Man's new suit is made out of. Cardamonium.
How do you spell that? Can you put that in a sentence for me, Judge? Cardamomium.
Oh man.
Wow, we're
Fucking
like
spelling bee. Spelling bee. Who?
Shove it up your ass, Judge. Fuck you.
Wrong.
What is the other beer that Dr. Shed was, like chemistry IPA or something like
Yeah,
that?
I have that one too. It's I haven't tried it yet though. It's mango and either mango or blood oranges or mango and something else. I don't remember.
Just making up fruits at this point.
Apricot. It's a mango and apricot, I believe.
Raisins.
That one I tried tonight.
He's in the
Like I said,
comments looking for a link.
And I also picked up Dark Horse's blood orange pale ale or something like that. So
I get to go to Dogfish Head for the first time. I've never been, so that'll be fun.
ooh,
It should be a good time, actually. They have a lot of cool stuff on tap, apparently.
Get yourself a little bit of Midas finger in you, or I mean Midas touch.
Oh, baby.
My girlfriend, like, she's like one of those family vacationers, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go vacation down like the Nag's Head, South Carolina, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. And then she's like, yeah, she would either drive overnight and go halfway, and I'm like, I looked halfway, and like literally, she's like, yeah, this is halfway, and the exact point on our route halfway was like, Rehoboth Beach, and I was like, yeah, we could stay there overnight.
There's totally no reason why I want to stay over there.
Yeah.
right.
I just heard it's really
I'm like,
nice.
I'll drive the first half, and then you drive the next day. How's that sound?
Yeah, no problem, honey. Well, I'll drive the first stretch of it. No problem at all.
There's some place called the Fish Dog Inn we can stay at. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Sounds salty.
I heard some people talk about Sam Kalana Hoinhanje. Like, I don't know. He's some guy that produced beer. I don't know.
Sam Cologne. What the fuck?
Think he was in Cheers at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, or either that or he's some sort of gay pirate, Sam Cologne. I don't know what's going on. But
All right, now that we deviated from topics, is there any more topics, Rhino Son?
oh, Rano-san.
No, Rhino Son.
Oh, my tiger style can beat your monkey style.
Somebody's pooping.
Let the man have his poop break.
What were some of the
No,
topics
get
you guys
dropped.
talked about?
Hey, yo.
Get dropped from the... This was BDU with the Rhino. Now it is BDU without the Rhino.
So, in your estimation, it's improved by a significant percentage?
Oh, man. It has never been better. Some individual named Ronald Theriot, he said, if you send me the link, he'll join.
Theriot.
He actually sent me the link to his chat not even 5 minutes ago, and it was already over.
Is there going to be a
That's
meeting
what he
on
thinks
Mines?
about you, Ethan. When he shows up on here, you bitch him out.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
what you
won't
do.
bitch out Jay. I'll bitch out Eric. He sent it to me like 5 minutes ago, and I showed up. and no one was there.
Eric is kind of like an extension of Jay. You bitch both of them out. That's how that works.
Now, are you sure he sent it to you 5 minutes ago, or if you just got it 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, you do live in the past, you know.
Yeah. And trust me, those glasses aren't going to make you live in the
He
future.
sent Jay sent the invite at 7:30,
Hey, guys,
and
I dropped-
Eric. Wait,
No,
what?
we picked
I
up
dropped
that ball and
connection.
ran with it.
Everybody completely and utterly stalled out for me. I couldn't hear anything, and then I dropped connection.
So everybody ruled the Albino Rhino Beer Dweebs United.
Well, I was saying Ronald, Theri wants a invite to the chat piece. The Riot, Terreo, I don't know.
He's a riot
He's from Louisiana, I believe, and he does reviews on the YouTube.
grapefruit diet.
I've heard of that guy.
Is he that guy that constantly gets parodied on the internet to hilarious effect?
He does.
Makes sense.
So I don't know if
He gets asked to
anyone
be
can
paired.
send it to him, but I'm not opening up any more windows.
Here's
My internet
the thing.
is choppy at best right now.
I don't know how you send him a link if you're not
Well,
friends with him on a certain.
Can you just put the link in the chat, and I'll just dump it into the fucking comment section or something, or?
That sounds.
Hey, why don't you just friend him, and then that way you can send him the link.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Ooh, Lee is not happy. With you, Greg. Everyone else, he's totally happy.
I love
You
it.
know-
I love everybody else.
If he was happy with me, I would be doing something wrong.
He's had enough of your comments on his podcast. Okay.
Actually, I wish I had more.
Yeah, because
I haven't
You-
watched movies for the longest time, so I have nothing to comment on.
Yeah,
shit.
that's a sad thing.
Okay, what the fuck is going on?
I don't
I
know.
believe YouTube has determined that you are the weak link in this chat.
Goodbye. Yeah.
You are the weakest link.
Or maybe your internet is just shit right now. That happens. Hello, Jay.
Howdy. How's it going, Jake?
We have a little bit of a beef, Jay. A little bit of beef.
Hanging out in Louisiana. Damn.
A little bit of a beef here by the one known as Ethan. He said you sent him a link when your chat was already done with.
Okay, I heard all that. Let me warn you that this discussion will not contain inappropriate language.
Oh, it's okay for children to be in the room then.
And it is okay for children to be in the room. So if you're letting your children watch me speak right now, you are a good parent. Now.
Is it 6 a.m. right now in Louisiana, Jake?
No, it's 8 o'clock, so I'm good. But
Okay. I don't know the time change.
I might do a special 6 a.m. review tomorrow just for general principles. Ethan, let me tell you something, sir. I sent you a link right there at
7:30. Right, I made that clear. Joe's just trying to start something that it's completely already ended. So,
You came in and you're like,
I said that Eric was the one who sent me the link 5 minutes ago. Not Jay. I corrected myself.
Look what
Look
the
at
evil
somebody's shirt.
empires. Look what the evil empire sent me.
Nice.
Ooh.
Evil.
Did you get your refund check?
Sure they did. On March 7th, my friends, I got a refund check from them, and they even gave me an extra penny.
No, you can buy Bourbon County with food stamps now, haven't you heard?
I would like to get on public assistance. But
Let's make craft beer great again, and fucking get
We all know that
get beer on food stamps.
Jay, we all know that beer went bad because he drank it in the sun.
which one?
Everyone.
Oh, here's what I'm drinking tonight, folks.
Old tankard.
Old tanker.
did you get tankered tonight drinking that? Oh, boy. Terrible joke alert.
I see what Joe did.
Brewed by.
Pabst.
Oh, my God. You should pour that. What is that?
I'm gonna drink this beer in the South. And I'm gonna change the name of my channel from Louisiana Beer Reviews to Triumph des Villains.
The light in my room literally flickered when Jim hit that high note there.
Yep.
So I figured out what was wrong with my internet.
It
Oh.
sucks.
No, my internet is actually fiber optic, but what was the problem is Christy's upstairs using her computer to watch YouTube videos. Both of our kids are on iPads, and she's watching the fucking Android box,
So are you saying you just murdered your entire family?
basically.
Oh, you
Okay.
don't murder them. You just beat them a little, throw them in the basement, lock them in, check on them in a week.
It's a good thing you're not doing anything important.
Yeah.
The violence of Canada. The violence of Canada. Oh, well, by the way, this Old Tankard Ale is an excellent beer. They did a great job.
Looks good.
Whoa. What do you mean excellent? Are you sure it's not most excellent? Like, I don't believe you.
Well, I have to admit, I did give it a very high score.
I mean, maybe not world class, but there has to be a most with that excellent. Like, come on.
A couple pluses in there.
Drink it outside.
I'm telling you right now, Jay. If you ever did care, or if you ever want more subscribers, whenever you say most excellent, if you had like a little Bill and Ted head pop up on your videos, excellent, you'd get so much more. You'd like triple your view count.
Up it with a phone booth review.
And,
Yeah.
and every once in a while, just randomly, although it would make no sense, just have their heads pop up and have the sound clip go, Rufus!
Yes.
Jay, this is, I mean, I'm telling you, totally subscriber levels of great without all the yammering about bottle dates. Take these guys' advices. Also, another little tidbit, I think it was Greg who mentioned, like, you as many pluses as you could possibly give to a most excellent rating without giving an actual world class. Oh, it's Jamie. You just give a lot of pluses, like most excellent, and then be like, I'm going to give this a most excellent plus, minus plus. but without going into world class, or maybe world class with 3 minuses, I think people would really understand what you mean by that. And that's the way to go.
I was monitoring the video last weekend, Saturday. I mean, I was watching it, not just monitoring it, and it was very entertaining. And somebody said he was hoping I could come on here and he could meet me. And he was saying, well, he's sort of an infrequent person anyway with this hangout, and that's true. And
Yeah, that was me, and I feel that's pretty true. You are, I wouldn't say infrequent, but you are not a regular.
Right, and the reason is mainly because having to get up so early in the morning, and I usually feel so tired I don't want to come on, and then I say, oh hell, I'll just watch the playback while I'm folding clothes or something tomorrow. Also, I do the beer examinations, which is a little bit of a conflict of schedule, and then we tend to run on and on, and then they want to talk about everything, and so it kind of butts up against this, so that's another issue.
Yeah, and then you send Ethan links when it's over with, and then he can't join, and then he gets upset at me.
No, I mean, Jay sends me links. It's just I can never join because I'm always at work.
Ethan,
it's just too
then
early.
what was your beef to start? You came in here bitching like a little girl,
Okay.
and now you
Okay,
basically
well, this-
come out that there was no problem at all. It was all on your end. What the hell is going on, Ethan?
Nothing. I was just saying that.
You just started all kinds of drama.
No, I didn't. I just said that. I was
Jesus
like,
Christ.
well, you guys
Ethan,
mentioned that Jay was.
Ethan, you should start drama. That's the way this works.
Salmon left.
Yeah, that's how you get views, right?
Yeah, that's how you get views.
But see, that's how you start a conspiracy too. You could just be like, me and Jay have a beef that's underground, but really it's not. We're just doing that so we can get views.
I'm going to come to Ohio, and we're going to drink a beer together, Ethan.
I think I think you should battle dance each other.
That sounds like one of the worst ideas you've ever had, Jay.
Battle
Coming to
dance
Ohio would be not
under
recommended.
the bridges.
Unless you're going to Akron, where Ethan is, that might be fine. You go to Cleveland, not the greatest idea on your
I'm
part.
not going to Cleveland for that. No. Yeah.
No, you see, here's the thing. Ethan's not going to have to worry about that because I'm going to flag his channel into oblivion for bullying.
You could say all this, but I went to Cleveland, Ohio 2 years ago.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I was wandering all around that town.
Listen, Jay, 2 years ago you went to Cleveland, Ohio. 2 years ago LeBron came back. I don't think that's a fucking coincidence.
Oh, but I'll tell you a little bit about Cleveland. I went there. I found free parking all day. All day. I walked around downtown. I thought I might run into somebody I used to talk to quite a bit up there, but I never did.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I heard
somebody
that
told me.
Now, here's my question: did all the homeless people have natty ice in their?
Yeah, and was it past midnight? Because that's probably the only.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I got to Cleveland around. I got to Cleveland around 10:30 a.m. and it was on July 4th, and I parked, walked around all the way to the football stadium, to the lake. I walked to the Coast Guard.
That abandoned Coast Guard base, yeah. I forget what they call that.
It wasn't abandoned. They were playing softball in the yard. It was open.
Ethan's never.
Oh well, I mean
They
they have a abandoned. This might be the different one, but they have two of them. They closed one down originally, and they have a different one. So.
No, this one was open, and I went to the. I went all around. I was wandering. Oh, excuse me. I was wandering all around there, and then I wasn't lurking around. I was just wandering around, and then I went to the baseball game that night, and then I headed on west down the highway. And actually, I had a pretty lengthy conversation about that visit with a person who did or did at one time live in that city. Pretty lengthy.
You know what? I'm offended by the Lee. You said what is it? What was the word you were saying? I totally spaced on what you're saying. I just wanted to say the word Cleveland Steamer should be the nickname for random douchebags from Cleveland. So just putting that out there. I don't know how that hasn't been thrown out there as far as
I was waiting to jump into the Steven joke.
Yeah.
And win.
I'm getting this feeling, Matt, that you want to. I believe it's called a rant and rave, but I'm not Totally sure.
Forgot to do this.
But see, you don't have the title as professor, sir. So
Oh, that's true.
Well,
that just doesn't work.
I don't know. I did get a degree from University of Phoenix, but that's like saying you got a degree from fucking Captain Crunch's fucking boat of
Yeah, it's like winning a fucking prize in a Cracker Jack box. Like, it's all the same.
all this animosity and hatred. I want to be a presence of love and amity and
Love and animosity?
Animosity.
Yeah, isn't that a shitty song by In Living Color or something?
He should live in my house.
Chad, I can't hear you because someone's watching an Android box. Sorry.
What?
What? What?
What?
What?
I want it to be a force for amity, camaraderie, love, peace, mercy, and jubilee on the internet. And I want to
A lot of
send
bellweeds on the internet, though.
Unless it's Democrats, then fuck
Yeah,
you.
this is the internet.
I don't know, Jay. The Amityville Horror was pretty awful.
send out. That was
You're a
nice.
bunch of 5-year-old keyboard warriors, man.
I want to send out all.
Man.
I want to send out all these vibrations of love to everybody. And,
This is like that speech in like fucking what is it, Goldmember? It's like I can't stand two things in life: people who are intolerant of other people and their cultures, and they're Dutch.
I thought it was Belgian.
wait a minute.
They have to, because they're
I
Belgian.
am not.
So damn evil.
I am being. I am being so serious right now. Here I am, with open arms. What's that song with open arms? I'm just like Journey. I'm coming at you with open arms. So
With arms wide open. No, that's a great song.
all I've got to say about it. I'm willing. Oh, and I'll say this. I know that these videos are monitored for quality purposes.
That's all. Just quality purposes.
Quality?
What is this
I'll
quality?
throw out a major challenge tonight, and I've thrown it out before. I'm willing to go on air with any and all parties for any kind of hangout. But you gotta show your face, guys. You can't just hide behind a mask, guys. But
If you're throwing out a challenge, you have to do it in the Dusty voice.
Gotta
That's the
show your
wrong
face.
Dusty J.
Baby, you will understand that the glowing, vibrating buffalo of the cartoon Nathan, baby, he does not show his face. He does not show his face.
This is my real face, baby.
I will go on air with anyone who is not using an alias and who is not showing just a cartoon. I will go on air with anybody who shows their real face, my friends.
Are impersonations okay?
It is pretty much don't be a bitch, right?
We can call it the Louisiana Convention, and I'll
All
host.
I am is an alias.
What?
Who's an alien?
I'm an alias.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not a rhino. You liar. I called you a liar earlier. I was joking. You're
I don't
straight
know.
up liar.
Look at the size of my nose.
I did, but you're still not a rhino. Like, you're a wannabe rhino.
Anytime anybody's ready to jump up and man up,
Nut up.
Motherfuckers jump up to get beat down. That's all I know.
I
don't want to say anything, Greg. Greg, I don't want to say anything. I'm pretty sure Jay's talking directly to you, Greg.
punks jump. Hey, I know that punks jump up to get beat down, but I'm saying that
I need to record that. I'm going back and meet you, and I'm making a song, and it's gonna be in it.
That's gonna be the chorus. It's gonna be fantastic.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I think you're taking this all the wrong way.
I'm not. I'm taking it with levity, and it's fucking who cares? That's how I'm taking it.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm super
This is
furious.
not a parody. This is not a parody. This is not a satire. This is real. This is real internet right now.
Jay, I just think
Yeah,
if you
I was
stop
gonna.
6 a.m. everything's
I was
great.
gonna.
Stop
I
drinking
was
beer at
gonna
6 a.m.
leave. I was gonna leave a comment and say that it didn't really seem too much of a parody. It seemed more like a roast, without you being there. That's really what it was.
And I'm so real right now. I am so real right now. Look, I'm willing to get on in a non-parody, a non-satire, a non-comedic situation and to resolve all these outstanding issues in the beer drinking world, in the beer drinking community.
You can't resolve anything. You just
Can you give me a list of these outstanding
Principal
issues? Like, if I had a list of these outstanding issues, I think I'd have a better understanding of what's happening right now.
Joe's issue number one for me is Joe.
I will mediate this. I have no access to grind. You'll never see a neo-Nazi like me mediate these conflicts better than I'm willing to do it right now, live on the internet. But, you know, all jokes aside.
It's ready to exhume all of the negativity, baby.
Is there any way you can help Lee fix his tool shed? That's what I would like to know.
Oh, yes,
I did
because
fix it. I put tarp on the roof.
Well, I mean, that's a temporary fix, but we're looking for a permanent fix here, because you can't just go on
I
living with the
want to
tarp
know
on the
how
roof.
you were bouncing a ball off the lake. That's what I want.
Because it's still cold in where I am in
frozen.
Canada.
I never thought that was a lake. I always thought it was the back of some kind of, like, you know,
Well, you were wrong.
commercial
All right,
building.
Lee, honest question. How many people have actually thought that was a lake, like an actual number?
I've had at least about 20 comments about, is that a lake or some body of water?
Now, do you think all them people are fucking idiotic, or do you think there's something there?
I think they legit are that dumb. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Because the comments were not made in any sort of weird joking manner. It's like, is that a lake behind your house?
Very
And
direct.
Be like, yeah, I'm going to cool off in it right after I filmed this. Are you fucking? There's a lake by. Oh my god! Why is this happening?
Don't let yourself get caught up in the confusion. Just accept the resolution and be willing to come on air, because Southern Boy will survive. So let's do it. I'm challenging everybody.
I don't want to steer things off course here, but Jay, I'm ready next week. Got one of these
Who's saying
Oh, Jamie.
right here, buddy.
Ooh, in a can.
Next week, examine. I'm ready for it.
He's coming on. Now, he might parody you, like in the actual word, or in the definition of parody, but he might actually do that. Like, that might actually happen.
That can is making me emotional. Let me show that again.
The definition, Joe.
Yeah, the definition. I got
Right
it.
there.
Is that what you're saying? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to talk
Yeah,
about
no,
here,
this beer is taking hold of me. I'm gonna go get another one. So,
Why is that
my
Jay?
name
Is
is
that
Lee.
different can than where you are?
Oh, that is gangster. I love that. And I'm excited about Qingdao. But
How many people are gonna be able to get that, Jay? How many do you think you're gonna get? More than like a half dozen?
everybody can get Qingdao.
No,
Everybody?
isn't that was Bourbon County Tsingtao though? That was like the fucking that was the next level above rare.
That was aged in peckerwood barrels. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Peckerwood barrels are very
Dilly
rare.
in there.
No, it doesn't do that.
East Pennsylvania people like to mock. You can mock, but let me tell you this. I was looking on the Qingdao website. They have so many varieties of beer. Stouts. They have Qingdao 1903. All we get is like a little tease of Qingdao. So, and somebody from Ohio who likes to act like Elvis occasionally, he asked me, could he do a parody of my channel, and I've yet to see that video.
Oh, Ethan was
we
the guy.
all guessed right then.
Yeah. So,
Oh, dear Lord.
only 2 years too late.
I've named no names, my friends. I just said somebody.
You did
I
say
I just
something.
wanted to make a parody video because I just kind of wanted to help Dave to understand what that definition of
Whoa,
a parody
who's
is.
who's
'cause-
this D-word guy you're talking about?
What? I'll fucking drop it out.
Name and no
Who cares,
names,
man?
my
What the
friend.
definition of parody is?
I
Show
ain't
him that
got
clip
no-
from fucking Talladega Nights where he goes, with all due respect, fuck you, and then whatever the opposite of that is, it's a parody. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you need to do. Be like, that's
No,
not,
he said, with all due
say whatever
respect,
you want, and then say
it ain't
parody when
worth
you're done.
it. It ain't worth a dolphin and a whale, an oil painting of a dolphin.
Fuck you,
and a
Average
whale
Joe, you're a
getting it
piece
all.
of shit, and I hate you, and you're a fucking scumbag. But that's just a parody.
So we like.
Yeah, that's a parody.
No, I mean that's kind of honest. Like
Here's the thing, though. I
can.
can understand where the confusion is with this individual. He's a little older. He's a little bit more senile. And he didn't teach English, he taught economics. So he didn't teach English, so he probably was not familiar with the actual term of parody and the context of how it is properly used and performed.
So I guess we were able to make it 2 weeks without talking about the drama llama stuff.
I don't even know what Chad's talking about. We're not talking about anybody's
We still haven't named names.
We have no names, friends!
We're talking about
I don't care if we mention names. We weren't supposed to talk about any of this on there.
Just let it out.
I mean,
Your internet goes out for 1 second.
you know what? I'll take the credit for
hypothetically,
that,
we're not
Chad.
talking
I was the
about
one who-
anything
I
that
just
anyone
kinda
knows about.
threw it out there. That was me. I threw the name out there.
Yeah, Ethan
I'll
came
take
in.
it.
I did not start
I'm a
any-
nobody. I'm a nobody.
Three
my
things
friend.
Ethan did tonight. Number one, came in talking shit about Jay and how he sends links late and he can't join fucking proper chats. Number two, wearing glasses. That's not right. Number three,
Yeah.
dropping names that shouldn't be dropped. Like, I mean, it's all Ethan. And then he's trying to
Shouldn't
parody.
be dropped.
Yeah, I don't know.
Notice I have not
this
started
is-
any of these conversations. I've only
this
responded
side-
to them.
This is America, baby. And I can say whatever I want, at least on this side of
I'm pretty sure.
the YouTube.
Pretty sure Ethan is trying to make. What's that, Nick?
Ethan is a parody of himself.
He is, and
That's
he's trying to
right.
make America great again.
Excuse me.
Wait a minute. You know, to be fair,
Ohio great again.
to be fair to
Hey Lou, you think Louisiana. Hey Lou, you think Louisiana.
yo,
You sound like Adam Sandler right now, Jamie. You
I
sound
know,
like
I'm not-
old
Adam
Adam
Sandler and Bugs Bunny mixed together.
wait, for all I know, Ethan, that's a common name. Ethan could
With
be
a little
talking-
Daffy Duck in there.
Ethan could be talking about David Grohl of Foo Fighters, for all I know. He made a parody video about an airplane where they were all flight attendants. So that's probably what he's talking about. You remember that
Yep.
video?
Yep.
Oh.
Listen, baby. He is the one and only Ethan Flair. He is Ethan Flair, baby. They're the one and only Flair.
Eat the
And we talking about other beer tubers in the Ohio area, baby.
You
There's a lot of
Okay,
them.
okay.
There's a lot of
Here we go.
Ohio
Here we
beer
go.
tubers.
Everybody shut up for a minute. Here's the thing. We all said what we had to say about it. There was videos made about it. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. The guy's insane. And that's just where it is. He's losing his sanity with each video he's doing about Mr. Russell, so we're just going to leave it.
I just wish
Well,
you
I
would
mean,
say
I haven't
that.
been on here for
What's the
like 3
next
weeks, so you made a video. I'm gonna talk about it. So I'm sorry.
It's a
Oh,
pleasure to
name.
derail it talking about Singtown.
Singtown.
Yeah, but Ethan, why you didn't make a parody video of me? I'm hurt.
I'm working on it. I got a lot of things going on, but I'm working on it. So
One of which isn't making a parody video of your channel there, Jay.
Right, I'm getting ignored like nothing.
I just wear the
all
hat.
right, I'll stop talking about it. Chad show.
Nice hat too.
All right, we got more topics, or is there just no more topics?
Oh, there was more topics. I just had to shut down the upstairs internet cafe so I could actually do something.
There you go.
I think Courtney Love with,
So, there is a brewery in California. This brewery would be Half Moon Brewing Company, and they are making beer with gray water, which is treated sink, shower, and wash water.
Oh,
Is it purified?
Yes, purified after it's.
Oh, okay. Then I'll want that.
Ethan would probably fucking drink toilet water. It's okay.
Every drop of water we drink is
Yeah,
been
I mean-
fecal matter at some point.
I mean,
taste it.
yeah, Matt's
Joe.
Matt's
So get
totally
over
right.
yourself, Mr. Perfect.
The thing is, why would you draw attention to it? Why would any brewery draw attention to it other than to be dicks? I mean, okay,
Solely
what-
for the fact that they can name the storefront the pube, like with the extra
Plus,
E.
you can
Okay.
give an excuse of why your beer tastes like shit. Literally.
Okay. Who wins? Gray water or fucking free range coastal water? Go.
yeah, I mean, Matt's totally right. All the water we drink is at some point like passed through a fucking dinosaur's anus at whatever, you know. But fucking,
I don't think purify it now.
but you know, it's still purified. Come on now. So I mean, who gives a
They
fuck?
have a picture. They have a picture of the regular water and the gray water side by side, and the gray water is actually much darker. The same beer brewed both ways.
Okay, so what are they? What makes this different from any other purified water? What are they doing wrong?
Gray water isn't actually fully purified. Gray water is, it's We do it at work. We actually save certain particles coming out of certain sinks, and it will go back to different sinks, and it'll get put through some filters and stuff. And it's to the point where it's potable again, but it's not treated. It's not completely
Not
re-cleaned.
chemically, yeah.
Yeah, it can come out brown and everything else when it comes out.
Whoa, hang on. Whoa, what? Come on, brown?
So what you're saying is a golden ale actually look like a brown ale?
No.
No. Look, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, is there anything in it that's going to hurt anyone if they consume it?
Hurt you, no, but I'm sure it probably won't taste as clean as fully treated.
Well, is it going to hurt you? Or is it going to ruin the taste of the beer? That's the bottom line. And if the answer to that is no, then why even fucking draw attention to it?
Because they want the hipsters to love it, man. It's all about going green.
If they say that they're not chemically treating the water, then I would say that they're probably not. It probably won't taste the same, to be honest with you.
It's dumb. It's just fucking. It's another rogue style fucking. Oh, here we made a fucking beard yeast bullshit beer or some shit like that. It's just another gimmick.
How dare you?
Correct.
And it's a dumb gimmick.
Or a lovely gimmick, mattering how you look at it.
There's nothing lovely about it. It's fucking asinine.
I think it's lovely because it's getting you all worked up.
I'm not worked
exactly. The conversation piece, just
absolutely no fucks given by Lee.
I'm worked up by the fact that it's so stupid. It's not even. It shouldn't be out there. It shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't be anything.
Okay, take it back.
So Bud has come up with for sports events. They've come up with a basically robotic bartender that gets rid of bartenders. You'll buy a prepaid card. You'll pay your card. You put the card in, and then you pour your own draft.
No. Here's what I want. I want one of those fucking life-looking like fucking Japanese sex dolls to serve the beer to you.
You mean like an actual robot like fills the beer? Do you mean like
He'll love you a long time, Lee.
It's a machine like when you order your own food at McDonald's, except once you're done ordering your beer, you pull the thing and it pours it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or you get the Japanese sex doll and she pulls your thing while giving you a beer.
They already have something like that in Michigan that I mentioned forever ago, and where you pour your own beer out of the tap and stuff. So
I guess.
But I see what you're saying about the whole robot thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
long time. You drinking long time, soldier boy.
That's fucking dumb, honestly.
I thought we weren't talking about Dave anymore.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
They said the Foo Fighters might break up anyway.
Damn, Nick comes in with the 1-2.
Nick, here's the thing. We're not only talking about him is the thing that you gotta realize. Like, it's gonna go on.
Yeah, the credit. I think that's all I was gonna say.
Okay, now on Saturday we did touch on this a little bit, but one of the big news stories last week was an Applebee's employee serving not your father's root beer to 3 underage kids, all under 10, and the father telling the employee this is alcoholic, the employee arguing no, this is root beer, then the father calling the cops, and it going into a big hoopla.
Holy smokes.
And in this interview, the father's like, I don't even know why they brought it because they don't even serve root beer. Well, if you knew they didn't serve root beer, why did you let your kid fucking order it?
I feel this was a terrible topic to bring up. I'm pretty sure I see the vein in Matt's fucking forehead about to explode by the mention of Applebee's. This is we don't want a guy have stroke on fucking camera, but it might happen. See, he's rubbing it. See, I'm telling you, he's feeling it.
Who the fuck goes to Applebee's? Seriously.
Well, this father and his 3 kids, obviously.
Then they should all die because they go to Applebee's. It should be
the kids went to the hospital to make sure they were okay.
Well, I didn't say make a lawsuit happen. I meant die.
It's a good neighborhood place. That's what.
I think I've had Applebee's once in my life, and I don't care to go back.
Don't be mad at me because you hate fun and good times.
That's exactly what a fucking brutal anal rapist says right before he penetrates you.
Wow.
Jeez.
That just went further than
You
necessary.
know this.
No, it went
That's pretty-
exactly as far as it should have.
Turn it up.
Exactly. That's what you said.
So,
So, Matt, isn't a fan of Applebee's, I'm gathering?
don't hate me because you don't like fun and games. It all goes black. You know what I mean? Like, it just put over the head.
And you know what? I gotta say, I've never eaten at Applebee's, thankfully. But from what I've heard, that is not hyperbole by any stretch of the imagination.
My God, it went from Applebee's to anal rape.
I just love how deadpan Jay was with his comment, and then how excited Matt was. And it was all in the span of like 3 seconds.
Sweet Jesus.
Totally didn't mention
this show
Dave,
is all
though. That's a
about
plus.
You know, I'm from Louisiana, so if you come at me hard, I'm gonna have a 2-shot Derringer with 38 special bullets, and I got 2 shots, and they're going right in.
That sounds like
Oh.
But it's
You
not,
talk about Applebee's like that!
it's not personal. It's not personal.
Hey, restaurants are just like beer. You have your own personal preference.
Right.
So.
Unless it's
No.
Applebee's. I'm pretty sure we all agree.
well.
That's not true. That's not
I'm
true.
sorry,
There's
baby,
some
but I
restaurants that
know
are just shit.
Applebee's blue ribbon brownies, baby.
There
I don't know
are
what's
some
happening right
restaurants
now.
that are objectively garbage.
So,
If you had to pick a choice,
I don't know if Applebee's is garbage. I've never been there, but I do know that this little item was given to me in 1990, and it has no paperwork on it. And I love a cold cash transaction, but it was given to me. So, but I don't.
What happened?
I don't know.
What's happening now?
Yeah, I don't.
I think he's talking about an Applebee's mug.
Are you talking about guns? I don't know what's happening right now.
I think he's talking about a dead hooker.
No, I
I
said.
was about to ask.
I was very clear. I wasn't being implicit. I was very explicit. I said a 2-shot 38 special Derringer is what I said.
Okay, I was just making
Oh,
sure
that's a
that
good
that's what
guess.
you were talking about.
you had an album. It had a warning on the label. You know.
Nah. It got no warning. It's got a
Warning.
I want a 50 caliber Derringer.
Did I just pass out?
The 38 special put a bruise on your hands.
I want a
I missed
75-foot dick.
something here.
Throwing knives.
No, but I'm not a gun nut.
My buddy owns one. It's like the bullet is fucking as big as the chamber. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Nope.
Just in case you want to hunt an elephant.
Or a rhino.
It's just like I'm one of my brother's fucking gun chats all of a sudden.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
So
Yeah.
much fun on that chat.
Yeah, no one replied to you. How did you have fun?
His brother kept looking, and I could see his brother's eyes every time he looked at the screen to see a comment. He's like, "Fuck you, Chad." That's where my fun was coming from.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Does your brother have like a really big channel revolving around firearms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, his brother does.
What is that called?
It's called I Live in a Tool Shed with a Tarp as a Roof.
It's called Gun Geek.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought my name was better, but Gun Geek works too.
So
See, I didn't realize he had
YouTube
his own.
community lives within the family.
Yeah, I just thought honestly, I thought he occasionally participated in beer reviews. I didn't realize he had his own area, you know.
Yep.
Aaron
Wait,
has
Joe,
a pretty good
were you watching Gun Geek's chat too?
I don't watch Lee's brother typically unless he's in a duo review with Lee.
How do you know that nobody responded?
Because you said it on the Saturday chat. You
That's
said
right, I did.
you were trolling his fucking channel, but he never responded to you.
And here's the thing, I got to say, and this is something I didn't think I was ever going to say. The fact that Joe doesn't watch my brother's chats actually shows that he has good taste. And
Fucking right, Lee.
fucking
Lee has said a
surprised.
positive thing about me. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Record this, Joe.
I think
Just keep
Lee
your
should
thumb
read
in
Aaron's
everything.
comment. I feel it's very appropriate to this chat right now.
I should what?
You should read Aaron's comment.
Oh, he's got a comment down on the. Okay.
Good old
Good to
YouTube.
hear.
I feel it's fantastic.
Tubes.
And I feel he brings up some good points.
And all of a sudden, of course, YouTube doesn't want to fucking load up quickly. All of a sudden.
It is you.
Okay, Aaron Doucette. Oh god. What do you guys think of this beer sampling with Dave fellow? Has anyone heard of this guy Dave before? Really curious to hear about what you all think of Dr. Dave, the beer professor, especially Chad. What are your thoughts about Dave Coulter? Aaron, you are.
This is not.
Aaron, you are the king of trolls. I bow down
It
to you,
is.
sir.
This is not a roast. This is an opinion. This is opinionated.
Well, Aaron is one of your viewers there, Chad. I think you should respond to him because he clearly wants to hear your opinion on this.
He
matter.
doesn't clearly want to hear my opinion. I probably.
How dare you insinuate that he is lying?
Go get some beer.
That's no way to treat your fans.
He is an avid viewer of the Albino Rhino Beer Review in BDU, which airs every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I feel like he needs to know your opinion on this matter.
Hey, that reminds me of that movie where the guy says, it looks like a guy we know. And he said they got a dog, one's going this way and one's going that way. And remember when they had Billy Bats in the trunk?
What the fuck did you just say?
Jay, I'm not sure if you know this, but your name is not Chad, and you have not answered the question yet.
And strangely, I know exactly what he's talking about.
I don't.
No, that was just way over my head.
That's him! That's him!
It's from Goodfellas when
yeah.
the guy dead in the trunk.
That's what I was trying to think of it.
There's a lot of dialogue in that fucking movie. Awesome movie.
I
A lot of dialogue.
memorized all of it.
That's when Joe Pesci was in and he killed somebody and then he got killed. Spoiler.
Funny how.
I haven't watched all the way
Like
through.
that, I apologize.
Have you ever watched Two's a Mob?
No.
That's a parody of Goodfellas.
I never watched The Pink Lady and Jeff.
My wrestling coach / vice principal was 3 different characters in that movie, and he was killed as all 3 of them.
It was a parody of Goodfellas.
Yep.
What was this movie, Chad? What was it called?
Two's a Mob.
Two's a Mob?
Yep.
It was about how Joe Pesci is addicted to prescription drugs.
No. I was supposed to be in that movie, but I was out of town. I was supposed to be one of the... At the beginning of the movie, there's two large kids dunking another kid in the toilet, and I was supposed to be one of the kids dunking him in the toilet, but I was out of town. It was sad.
Good.
They even used the stall I used to poo in all the time.
That's bullying.
Yeah. Well, bullying was allowed to be on camera back then.
You triggered me.
I trigger a lot of people.
Southern people get very highly irate. No provocation whatsoever.
Highly rapey.
Howdy. Especially when they're drinking.
Us Irish people don't. We're always level-headed.
Yeah.
So what'd you examine tonight, Jay?
Well, now your basement beer reviews. I'm embarrassed. What's your actual name?
Jamie.
Jimmy?
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie.
Jamie. Jimmy.
I
Johnny.
apologize.
Jumbo.
That.
Jamie. Oh, well, we examined Left Blonde.
Yeah, cool.
We liked it, but then some people started ripping on it, and I got a little irritated because
What did they say about it?
you have to watch the video. But just bringing up deficits that the beer had.
Defecation.
Deficits. You know,
Like in the flavor? Or?
it had too much corn. The corn gave the body too smooth of a body. It wasn't harsh enough. It wasn't bold enough. When I drink a Belgian beer, I want it to be harsh. I want it to be a take no prisoners beer. I want it to, punch me in the mouth. It was too mild. It was too approachable. All these. But then they only paid $1.75 for the 12. 11.
What style is it supposed to be?
Belgian blonde ale, table beer almost.
Yeah. 6.6% alcohol, but one guy drank two in a row, and he said he was feeling really mellow and relaxed. But I thought it went well, but some people were pointing out deficits, and then Paul from Texas was trolling the video, talking about it's InBev, and he started bringing up like flashpoints.
Is Left InBev? I thought Left was like
Left is
Heineken
Yeah.
or fucking Carlsberg or some shit like that. Or is it all under that window now?
Yeah, Left is an InBev brand.
But is it's brewed in Heineken or Carlsberg or some shit?
It's an InBev beer, and it's brewed at the Stella Artois Brewery in Louisville.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But some of the proceeds go back to the Abbey de Notre Dame de Lef.
But there are Left beers that are outside of that Left realm.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, there are like Left Special, and there's a couple Left beers like the Brune and the Blonde, and I think there's one more or AB InBev products, but there's other ones that's I'm almost positive. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but are outside of that still. So.
Well, I've only tried 2 Left beers, and there's about 10 of them, and we don't get but 2 little teases. They have a 9% beer, and there's a rosé. You know, I don't understand why these. That's a good topic for one day in the future. Why don't these European beer companies offer their whole portfolio to Americans? I mean, we buy the stuff.
Yeah, apparently Carlsberg and Heineken all have like a ton of other stuff going on that they just don't release outside of Europe.
A ton of it.
A buddy of mine actually tracked down a bottle of the Lefebvre. Was it the Ruby or whatever it is?
The
Rosé.
Rosé or Roos or whatever the fuck it was. Or... oh no, the left Brune. The left Brune.
Look,
we
I
found
bought Left Brune in New York City in Manhattan in 2000.
We found in Quebec, remember?
We sell the Left Brune at the LCBO.
Can I get it here for any price? You know, it's really bizarre because, like, think about a beer like Grolsch. You know, Grolsch is so ordinary, right? You know, it's stereotypical. But you get on the Grolsch Dutch website, there are numerous beers that they make we cannot get. I would love to try the Grolsch Cannon. You know, that beer is 11% alcohol. I bet it's ghastly, but I still have this desire to try the thing, Grolsch Cannon. And they have the Carlsberg Special Brew 10 point, what is it, 10.7? We cannot get it. Cannot get it. It's like, come on, Europe, send your stuff. We don't need to drink beer made with sewer water.
You need gray water. What are you talking about?
Well, I have a small topic to bring up to the community if you guys would like to hear it.
From 2012.
No, actually, it's from Draft Magazine. They actually posted a thing. I posted it on my Facebook. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was about the outrage in the beer community, not only the internet, but also, just going to breweries and stuff. Is that I posted it in the link chat bar if anyone wants to take a look at it, but it's talking about the whole point of, there's the beer scene, the craft beer scene's obviously getting bigger, and what they're talking about is the fact that you have people on the one side that say that they want a lot of beer, they want all these beers, they want Bourbon County Stout, things like that, but we still want the brewery to be small, and then you also have people who make fun of people for driving 7 miles down a dirt road to go to Hill Farmstead to pick up a beer and things like that. Something, Joe, I tagged you in, yeah. So, but yeah, so it's just conversating about the whole fact that, people are becoming the 1% group where they're saying that, all these new people are getting into craft beer, so now they're starting to differentiate themselves from just the general population of IPA drinkers and whatever else. So, I don't know, I just found it to be an interesting article if you guys want to take a look at it, but it may be even conversate about, but
So you're saying it's like factions within factions?
Kind of, yeah.
I think anybody that's outraged at another individual driving 7 miles, was it 7 miles? But an extreme distance to go to a bottle release is stupid. I mean, they can do what they want. I think the issue that I have is nowadays is people who go to these releases and find these hard-to-get beers that automatically make them good because they do it, because other people can't get them. I think that's bullshit, and you see it more and more as the days go by. It's all these fucking places trying to make their stuff hard to get and limited just because they can, and it bumps up demand.
I think with
No, it's what Joe's saying is like I'm sure everybody here who's drank beer for a long time has fucking gone through the same thing. Beer back in the day used to be like you weeded through a bunch of beer trying to find a good beer. Now you weed through all the beers everybody tells you is good to find a good beer. So it's like an opposite of the way it used to be in that, like, not to go old curmudgeon guy on it, but it's like you used to be like, okay, these are the great beers and everything else kind of sucks. And it wasn't like you were like took that as gospel, but you were like, try other beers and hopefully you found something new. Now it's like everybody I talk to, my friends, they're like, oh, this person came out of the release, I'm going to get it. And I'd be like, and they'll actually say, they'll be like, oh, I'm going to Not Allowed Release to releasing this. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, man, that's awesome. And I know where I'm going already with this conversation. I'm like, when did you have it? And they're like, well, I haven't had it yet. I'm like, then why did you tell me it's fucking awesome? Because you have no fucking idea. I'm like, don't tell me it's awesome until you try it.
There's way too much word by mouth, basically, is what people just... They look up these fucking beers on all the major sites and say, okay, it's got this score, or these people are clamoring for it, therefore it's automatically good. More often than not, those beers end up being really fucking good because the general consensus usually is not wrong, but... Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like now all these fucking breweries are popping up where they're fucking specifically holding their releases or trying to make a big deal about them and trying to there's only 1,000 bottles, guys, you got to get here today, and it's like, why?
And then beer goers have such an allegiance to their fucking breweries to where who is that?
I think that's Nick. Nick, you're getting echo on your side, buddy. Nicholas Pickles.
Anyway, like people have such allegiance to their breweries to where if you limit like to small bottles for a long time as a small brewery, you're gonna end up having great scores. You know what I mean, for all your beers because you have such a like, you know, we get a little bit fucking homerish with our hometown breweries. You know what I mean? To where, and then once you let the bigger crowd, it's like, yes, numbers eventually usually mean, okay, this beer's going to be good, this beer's going to be bad if there's a lot of people that actually enjoy it. But in a small sample size, that just doesn't make sense.
And things have become so cutthroat now between breweries where they're trying to get a heads up. They'll go to Rate Beer, they'll go Beer Advocate, and they'll fucking get their shit voted up. They'll get a bunch of people to fucking vote them up and make their stuff look popular. And then, of course, also I think the culture now is like, there's so many good beers out there as compared to like 2000, where you actually had to actively go and look for stuff. Now you've got beer everywhere, right around you, and you've got so much to choose from. It almost feels like people are actually looking for stuff to shit on now, and it almost becomes a sort of hipster self-promotion thing from the actual consumers where, look at me, I'm shitting on all these beers, and look how awesome I am, and look at my opinion. It's more important than everyone else's, and
Amen.
Well,
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ethan. Whatever. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say also that they mentioned in the articles, they talk about how bigger breweries are, acquiring other small breweries. And it says in this article here that it says, especially in KC, very much their brewery, it would be weird for people didn't freak out over the sale of a little bit. And they also talk about how they call them, the sellouts and stuff like that. And then it says if the push between supply, keep it small and demand, but I want a bottle, is a catch-22, which I would have to agree with.
That's true.
I want to mention something real fast. I would like to do a topic one night, and the topic would be, are there shills in the beer review world?
Oh, there's definitely shills in the beer review world.
What I like to call the Puritans of...
The only question is, are you willing to name names when we talk about it?
There are no names, my friends. I have mentioned no names.
Now, if anybody's watched my videos, I never hesitate to name names. But You know, it makes me wonder sometimes if there's people out there that are shills. You know what I mean? They're like working for the companies and they're saying, "Oh yeah, it's so wonderful." I just get suspicious.
Oh,
I'm
there's
talking
quite a few.
specifically about video beer reviews, but I guess it could be in written reviews too. But
Actually, written reviews are way worse.
Oh,
Yeah. And written reviews in all genres of topics are fairly shill-filled.
Because they're more anonymous, right?
Well,
right
let me rephrase this. Written reviews and non or super edited reviews are guilty. They're
Yeah.
about the same because
They're-
it's about spending time with the beer. There's nothing wrong. There's a purity to spending the time with the beer and actually letting it open and enjoying it over time. But a lot of times that ends up being like calculated words as opposed to actually visceral reaction. That's my opinion.
Which is a part of the reason why I think people, when you translate that to video, it doesn't come off as well. When you have a person who's like, "Oh, I'll go sit down with the beer," or "I'll fucking jump cut this to death to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about," when it took me fucking half an hour to try to conjure up some thoughts. Like, it's way better in written reviews.
If a big beer company wants to, and this is something you see on the movie side of things with like internet movie database, where movie companies will make a bunch of fake accounts on the internet movie database and then, do fake reviews to bolster the fucking star rating on their fucking movie on that site. You see the same thing in Rate Beer, Beer Advocate, and just in general where anyone can fucking make a blog. So like a beer company, especially a big beer company, if they have the time and the people, they can make like half a dozen or dozen fucking blogs. Next day, you have that half a dozen fucking reviews spreading through social media saying, "Oh, your beer's the greatest beer ever." I mean, it's so easy to fucking do these days, and it's totally anonymous.
Well, I mean, take Ontario for example. We have 5 really big beer blogs here. There's hundreds of beer blogs, but there's 5 really big ones. None of them will say anything bad about a beer.
Wait, like you mean like Toronto Beer Blog, where the guy fucking loves every beer and sucks every beer off?
Yeah.
Greg, are you the guy who runs Toronto Beer Blog?
I am. The
But yeah, like none of these guys will say
Hey, just
anything
because
bad about
he
beer.
said sucking off doesn't mean it's all about Greg.
That's true.
They won't say
Usually,
anything bad about the beer because they don't want to lose any freebies they might get down the road. So, I mean, it comes down to that. That's pretty much shilling for the beer company, too. You're not going to ever bring up anything that's wrong. If it's a beer that you don't like, you just don't report on it. You go on to the next beer.
Yeah, which is completely useless. Like, if I want to read a review, I want to know if a beer is shitty. Even if I don't agree that it's shitty, I want to hear the person's opinion. I don't want to just hear a... Oh,
Yeah, if you want to see a video version of that, go back to the fucking Real Ale Guide's 10-minute fucking review of the initial version of Innocent Gun Lager, where he spent 10 minutes trying to not say... Where he spent 10 minutes trying to not say something bad about the beer.
Well, what you said though, Greg, is true. Like, but it's true in general. Like, the only way you're gonna ever be able to fully understand if you like a beer or not is trying it yourself. So all the reviews, honestly, take it with a grain of salt. You might be entertained by them. You might want to see what other people think. But if you're ever watching someone else's review to try to get an understanding of whether or not you like it, unless you know exactly that that person has a palate that's 95% equal to yours, like, it's really wasting your time in that aspect. Watching them is one thing, but trying to watch them.
Well, I mean, how many of us have agreed on beers in the past, and how many of us that have agreed on a lot of beers also disagree on a lot of beers?
Well, and that's how it should be. Otherwise, everyone's lying.
I'm agreeing with you. That's the way it should be. I'm just saying. Take that.
Well, right now, Chad, I'm disagreeing with you, and that's also kosher.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think...
You just know you're rude. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I've been wanting to say something for lights. I'm going to forget it, but go ahead, Greg. No, go ahead, Greg. Go. You go.
Just go ahead.
Greg.
Hey, Greg, what are you going to say? What are you going to say, Greg? Say something, Greg. Come on now. Stop fucking...
All right, when I watch Chad's reviews, not Chad's, but the Albino Rhino review,
they're both the same.
Me and him agree on probably 75% of stuff, but when it comes to IPAs and stouts, we tend to differentiate. He tends to like stouts a lot more than I do. I tend to like IPAs a lot more than he does. But I take what he says with a grain of salt, and I kind of at least have an idea. If he says a beer is a 5 out of 10, I'll probably like it somewhere in that range. Maybe I'll like it a little less, a little bit more. But if a guy's just saying every beer is a 10 out of 10, then at some point I'm going to be like,
That's why you don't buy Inocente beers. I understand. So the thing is, though, to go back to Matt's point though from earlier, when it comes to people who have started drinking beer over the last couple of years, here's the thing. People will say you're jealous, but it's not. I'm glad I got into craft beer when I did because I had to wade through all the fucking shit beer. I had to go through all the styles I hate just to find out what I like. Nowadays, all these people that get into them, it's all about IPAs that are fucking the hyped IPAs, barrel-aged beers. I mean, I went to a bottle share last month where a guy, someone brought a fucking barrel-aged quad. I think it was Firestone Walker's Sticky Monkey. And the guy's like, I don't think I've ever had a quad before. He had like 1,500 check-ins on fucking Untapped.
Yeah.
Like what? What do you mean you've never had a quad before?
To add to what you're saying, Joe, the other thing I hate too is say people who have been in it for years and who know a lot about breweries and beers and stuff like that. I think the thing that I find the most irritating is the fact that, with a certain beer, it's like, this is my precious, you can't have it, you don't deserve it, shit like that. Like, I just find that very irritating. So just to kind of add on to what you're saying, I think that people who feel like this is their own personal thing and that you don't even deserve this. You haven't had enough beers to try this. You don't even know what you're even, what I mean?
No, I mean, I get where you're coming from in a sense that people get like fanboys like sports. Like people are like, oh, I love the fucking, Buffalo Sabres, and then when someone new likes to want like the Buffalo Sabres, they're like, you weren't here at the beginning. You weren't here at the beginning for like the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And that's where people come up with the jealous thing, though. It's like, oh, you were just, you weren't here to be able to drink all this. It's like,
you didn't try this variant 10 years ago or some shit.
But conversely, if you sat down with that person and the person's like, man, I played backyard hockey my whole life. Like, I never picked a team, and I just love hockey. I fucking bleed for it. I play in, like, 3, like, fucking, like, amateur leagues. You'd be like, yeah, I want this dude to fucking, like, the fucking Sabres. You know what I mean? So it's not a matter of, like, it's not a cut or dry, like, yes or no. It's a matter of, like, not that you have to pay your dues and shit. Who gives a fuck? If this person gets the beer, fucking so be it. I don't give a two flying fucks. But if that person got into beer and then they tried like 13 beers and that are like Kunapoo Day, and I'm like, I'll never say it, I'll never flip out on them, but I'll just, in the back of my mind, I'll be like,
well,
whatever,
you also have the people that are like, like what you said, like the fanboys. You have somebody who's like never had much beer before besides Bud Light, and then they hear about this KBS, and then they gotta go have it because it's KBS.
But I think that's actually a natural stage of beer geekdom. I think there's exceptions.
I mean, I don't have that tendency.
But I think we all have gotten to that point where we've gotten a beer and then we've focused, not doing fanboy shit, but we focused on a certain style of beer, whether it be like back in the day or now, where we're just like, oh my god, this is the best beer ever. Whether we're screaming at people on the internet or not, we're just like, oh my god, this is the shit. You don't know, this is the best thing ever. And eventually they're just like, the last stage is I want to try everything and I hope it's awesome. And when it's awesome, and I hope I can have more of it. I think that's the last stage of it. Do you know what I mean? But there's definitely like a stage where you get a little bit homerish with beers that you love. I think that's natural. I think it's a natural progression to do that.
I don't disagree. I just it's one of those things where, for me personally, I'm glad I got into beer when I did. For me personally, I don't know how I'd react to getting into beer now and starting at the top of the fucking food chain like everyone else, that gets into it over the last year or two. Like, I get into conversations with people that are like, oh, this Treehouse beer is great. No, you need Trillium. No, you need Bissell Brother. No, you need Hill Farmstead. And I'm like, have you even tried like any of the Dogfish Head IPAs? Or
yeah.
Like, just go try something just to see something different than the East Coast style IPAs you're getting. What? What's 60 Minute? Oh, it's okay.
Well, even for like, to go like super old guy, like I love Belgian beers. That's my favorite kind of beers, and that's like the most.
And that's like that's the beer like nobody likes Belgian beers. Nobody.
Not if they're barrel aged, and then even then they're kind of. You're like every beer. Let's be honest.
But that's the thing.
90% of them.
Like Belgian beers are totally like people are like, oh no, whatever that is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's a bulk of it. And I actually at this time I don't care because that means more for me. Like, there's this little piece in the back of my head that always goes, don't review this awesome beer you found that nobody knows about because then people will buy it and then you won't be able to get it anymore. So it's like I'm like, oh, I found this awesome Belgian. I'll wait 2 years to put this on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just yeah.
Jay, I want to ask you an honest question. Now, most of your viewers that are, like Joey Firsta, right, who loves every beer review you've ever done, very positive that guy is. I would say you have at least enjoyed or found, I'd say 90-95% of the beers you have reviewed to be good or B plus A minus, right? And there's a handful you don't like. What are the 3 styles that you personally don't care for?
3 styles of beer that I don't care for.
I know wheat ales are up there. I know you're not a big fan.
High alcohol beers because Jay said that before.
Wait, I like high alcohol beer.
Some of them.
I don't like the ones that are like gross and horrible.
I got an idea. Why don't you let Jay answer the questions so you two fucking chiming in?
Listen, I asked the question.
I'm still waiting on the parody video. No, I mean I really am waiting on that because I love that kind of stuff. But well, I don't like wheat beers because they taste like tap water. And
at least it's not because they're bleached.
Yeah, I don't ever feed into those kind of conspiracy theories, but I just find they taste like tap water. I drink tap water, so I know what tap water tastes like. So wheat beers I can live without. Oh, look at that dog.
No.
Let's see. You said 3 styles I don't like wheat beers. I could live without sours. If I want to eat something sour, I'll go buy Warheads. But I don't want to drink it.
I agree with that. They're not necessary.
Greg, are you Jay? Shut your mouth.
I am Jay.
And before he goes on to his 3rd one, I just have to say you both have stupid palates.
My palate is not stupid. It's differentiated. No, I don't like wheat beers very much. I don't like sours. I would say Goza, but that's so kind of niche. I don't want to bring that up. Although I could say the tasting niche gave me a lot of good comments the last 2 months, but that's beside the point. The 3rd style that I don't like. What are the styles? I'm getting a little.
There's a lot of styles, Jay. There's a lot of styles.
Joe, could you please list them all?
Name all the styles of beer real quick, and I'll.
There's 80 styles to begin with, and then there's like 200 sub-styles.
I don't drink. You watch my videos. I don't drink.
We'll just be generic, and I would say, how about barrel-aged beers, Jay, in general?
Oh yeah, I don't really love those because they got all that bourbon flavor and whiskey flavor. If I want to drink bourbon, I'll buy bourbon. If I want to drink whiskey, I'll buy whiskey. But why would I want to drink a beer that tastes like bourbon? Why wouldn't I?
If I want to eat pussy, I'll buy a can of tuna fish.
You drink a single cut beer slip?
Gross. Ugh.
What is that? Is that the heavy lead of boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just picked that up. Do a review.
I'm just gonna say, if you're
have
like,
you had this yet, Matt? And what'd you
it
think?
tastes like
I actually haven't had that yet, Joe.
Oh, boom.
So,
boom!
Yeah, beers I don't care for, and
What, son? Was it good?
I don't know. I'm cracking it open right now.
Ah.
Yeah, wheat beers I don't care for much, and that other style you named in a 3rd one. But generally, I'm very favorable towards most beers. Yeah. And it's bad because I get comments from people, not Joey, of course, but I get comments from other people saying, I get comments from other people saying, how come you rate every beer a B plus or an A? I say, well, I mean, It tastes good. What do you want me to do? Say it's bad just to make it balanced? So sorry. I don't really, even wheat beers, if I say I don't like them, I drink them, I enjoy them. You know what I mean? I like them. You know what I mean? It's within context. If I can think of almost every wheat beer I've drank, I've enjoyed it. I thought Turnrow from Tin Roof was an atrocity to mankind, but most wheat beers, I like them all right. I don't really...
Well, wheat beers is a very generic term, because if you think about it, like, you could say, oh, I don't like wheat beers, and then you're like, well, there's Hefeweizens, there's wheat beers, there's American Pale Wheat Ales, there's what are fucking Weizenbachs. There's just so many different wheat beers.
Coming in wheat beers, I don't like American wheats or Crystal Weizens all that much.
Yeah, because they strip the flavor down, basically.
There's no flavor stripped here. PC 2.5G.
I can't think of too many beers. Oh, I'll tell you one I can't stand, and I have the most contempt for it, more than anything else, are those Alco Pops, those flavored, like Best Damn Root Beer and Your Father's Root Beer. I hate those. I despise them. I have great contempt for those beers. That's what I really hate. I'll drink a wheat beer all day long before I drink.
I'm going to drink this next.
But anyway, why did you ask me that question? I was just curious.
Oh, I was just curious, that's all.
What was that, Chad?
I'm drinking Tennant's.
Oh, I'd love to try that. That's from England, right?
It was originally
garbage.
England or Scotland? It's somewhere over there.
Scotland's where it was from. I don't know where it's from now.
Tennant's in Scotland. It's hot garbage.
It's a lager from Britain, basically.
Yeah, it's not good.
Chad, I'm having a beer by your buddy Devin.
You know Chente?
He's taking me on some PC 2.5.
Was Devin the one that gave you all those beers, Jamie?
How about Tetley's Cream Flow? That's a good beer.
Basically,
Devin gave me a couple.
I think he's just buying crappy beer and then trying to get rid of it, and he sees you, so he gives you a bag of it.
He gave me. He actually gave me a few good ones too. Some nice pumpkin beers and PC 2.5 and what was the other? James Ready Ice.
Is PC 2.5 still basically tasteless? Because I never hated it when I used to drink it.
Let me try.
It used to be pretty much tasteless, so there was nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. It's just nothing beer, but it's not offensive.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Good to know.
Well, I guess I'll get going, but it was sure nice talking to everybody.
You have yourself a splendiferous night, Jay.
See you, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Thank you. And hopefully
And Kyle, next week.
We're getting bigger.
Hit me up.
Auf
Hit me
Wiedersehen.
up. I'll drink it with you next week.
Oh yeah, definitely contact me on either Google or what do they call it, Facebook, and we'll set that up.
I'm not good with computers.
Computers?
Write me a letter. It might get here by next Wednesday. Okay.
YouTube. See you, buddy.
All right. So long, folks.
See ya.
Au revoir, a bientôt.
Louisiana.
Au revoir.
C'est le bon temps roulé.
Matt, I know I'm going to go against the grain here, but not the brewery.
Oh, thank God.
I just don't. I think I just don't dig Carton's Hop Forward stuff for me personally. Something about it. I don't know if it's the yeast or I don't know. I'm not enamored with it. I mean, it's not a bad beer by any means, but
No, I agree.
like having that Trillium and then comparing it to this, like
Yeah, it's no contest.
no, it's kind of disappointing. I do like that they're using Nelson Sullivan, and it definitely has like a unique character, but I don't know, just something about it. It's
Dark horse, rain and blood.
I think I like their regular one better actually. The what is it? The 007
Yes.
Plus.
X. It's a little better, I think. I like that.
Minus plus.
You know
Plus,
what
minus, minus, plus.
the best beers I've had from them are ones that go outside the norm. whether it be the coffee beers or they did a beer with saffron. They did a beer with fucking truffles.
The pumpkin one I saw, the raisin and fucking peanut one, like that all sounds shit like that I would like to try. Just
when they go outside the norm, when they try to do like standard like beers. Although they just came out, I have a can waiting for me, but I haven't grabbed it yet. They just did a base Russian Imperial Stout. This is the test because I've had all their IPA hop forward stuff. So like, okay, let's see how they do this fucking base Russian Imperial Stout. At that point, I'll judge for the all time, you know.
For all the time, baby. How's that single cut? Because I just picked that up 2 days ago. Like.
Honestly, I would love this beer. Love it in 3 years. It's a Russian Imperial Stout that's a little bit hop forward, is what it is.
No, so I might like it then.
Yeah. So just a little bit, not super. Like I enjoy it now. You know what I mean? Creaminess, like you're getting like a semi-sweet chocolate cocoa vibe. You know what I mean from it? Really nice mouthfeel. Then that hop presence is there. So.
All these people in the area that go nuts about like the fucking Grims and the other halves and the Trilliums and the tree, all the fucking New England and New York State shit. People sleep on single cut, man. Their IPAs are just fucking. And they're available and they're like $7 a fucking bomber. It's like, are you kidding me? Like
I went to when I went to New York in January. I'm on like my New York trip. I had a bunch of single cuts. So when I got back, I immediately wrote them for the radio show that I do on Sundays, and they're like, yeah. So I set them up. They're gonna come in on the show in May, I think, is when they're coming on.
Nice.
And then I was like, okay, great. But the guy didn't mention anything. He's like, yeah, we totally want to come on, yada yada yada. He's like, okay. I'm like, I have like a 2-week alarm. I sent them. I'm like, oh, 2 weeks out, you need to send us beer, and we'll do the radio show. But then like, he didn't mention anything about distribution on the phone. He's like, yeah, we want to do it, awesome. And then like 2 weeks ago. This showed up in my local market. Like we're getting single cut on our shelves.
Nice.
Not the heavy boots of lead, but the Billy Full Stack, which is what you're talking about. That is showing up on our shelves. Like I could drive a minute that way and grab one. So I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't he mention that? You know what I mean? Like to me, but I'm like, hey, whatever. More good beer. That's all I know.
I have not been disappointed by any of their beers. I've had half dozen, 8 of them, and my favorite is their Bon Bon 2X TNT IPA, which is way too long of a name, but it's fantastic. I actually ended up sending that to Paul like last year because it was so good. I was like, "You gotta try this out," and he had it. It's fucking amazing. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening. It's readily available, and they show up. They're like 9 days old, drain pour stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, 9 days old, and that's crazy.
Basement beer reviews. I have a question.
Yes.
What is your real name? I'm sorry.
Jamie.
Jamie, goddammit!
What?
Jimmy.
I think it's Jimmy. I think Ron called him Jimmy.
I think it was Jaime.
Well, I was just gonna let you know, like, just subscribe. Okay. To your channel.
So is that a satisfactory answer for you, Ethan?
It is Jamie.
Oh yeah,
First
that's
name's
good enough. I
Mr.
mean, I heard it from 8 different people, but yeah, it is satisfactory.
First name's Basement, his last name's Beer Reviews. Suck it.
First name
BR.
Mr. Last name T.
See, that's great. Now Chad and Ethan are going to get flagged and kicked off the internet.
Oh shit!
I could not be happy about this development.
With my life.
Listen, Ethan, you keep this shit up. You're going to be making videos on Live Link pretty soon, buddy.
That means people are actually listening to me. Holy shit!
We're fucked.
I lost a cell phone.
What?
You sure you're not just sitting on it?
No, it's my old cell phone, my old Samsung Ace 2X, the shitty one that I use as a backup camera, but I have no clue where it is. It was sitting
not
on
in your
right
line
here.
of sight.
Pull up your hat and check your hair.
Oh, I see it. It's right there.
Oh god, put the hat back on.
Look, okay, I'm in the middle range right now. I'm trying to grow my hair again for Locks of Love. and from month like 3 until month 8, my hair is just a giant curl ball until I can get it into a ponytail.
Did
Whoa, pony! No, don't be doing ponytails. I can't. I don't think I can make a convincing ponytail on fucking No Mercy for your creator wrestler. You got to keep it consistent with what I've got.
So you're gonna have a huge amount of hair for the fest. You're
Yes.
saying.
You have a ponytail, and that means you're either a wrestler or you're a stripper. So.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah. Why limit people, Ethan?
I'm the albino rhino, man. Put the dollar bills right down there.
Wash
This
them
just
afterwards.
got all rated.
I'm gonna get Ethan hot and bothered. Come on.
X.
I'm back.
Do we have any comments? We have 6 viewers right now.
We do have one comment from 30 minutes ago
we gotta
from
keep
Matt
it sassy.
DRP, who was asking us how it's going.
It's going.
Well, if you're
Pretty
still,
shitty. My life is circling the drain right now. So.
we sort of jumped off the cliff a little while ago.
We did. We're out of topics, and what that means, guys, is you don't give us anything. We just go out there, and I always have people, oh, you guys are so funny when you're not having topics. We like listen. Well, then you got to give us something to keep us on air.
Yeah, send us comments. Fucking, even if you're just bitching us out, fucking throw shit at us, we'll throw it back at you.
Once we go offline, this thing becomes ridiculous.
Yeah, once we go off the cliff, it doesn't have to be beer related. But
NB Liquor. What is that? What is that? Is that just a?
News article about NB Liquor's new logo.
Oh yes, the stupid logo.
Yeah, I kind of like the old one better, and apparently they spent. They said the CBC article said something about spending $444,000 on the new logo. But
I can see that. See, what the LCBO spent $250,000 just to change the B, because that's the only thing that changed in their logo.
Well,
The LCBO logo, the B changed.
It's fucking obscene.
Gus said complete logo change, but they've also redesigned the stores. They paid a design firm to design both the logo and the new store, which they opened up in East Point, St. John, which replaced the Parkway location. Which
most people in this society don't make that in a fucking year. That's fucking obscene. Like, we deserve to collapse as a society when it costs that much to do that for a fucking plastic bag and a logo.
Yeah, but
we deserve to die.
It's not just on a plastic bag; it's the stores, the rebranding.
I mean, come on, seriously. Most people don't make that in a fucking year, and they're wasting their money.
How many private stores are in New Brunswick?
I'm not exactly sure of the entire total, but there's several dozen anyway. There's some multiples in each city, probably like 60 plus. But the big thing about it is that NB Liquor is one of the few crown corporations in New Brunswick actually making money. In fact, they're making money hand over fist thanks to taxes.
Yeah, that's the only reason they're making money. It's not by any fucking decisions they made.
They've got it to spend because the economy is so bad that people have nothing other to do than drink.
But this is the thing, right? With the LCBO, even they put out their magazine, their drink magazine, and all that. There is no competition here.
Yeah.
You don't need to be spending millions of dollars a year in marketing when you can't go anywhere else. You have no choice.
Yeah, the thing about those magazines, though, is they're actually not paid for by the LCBO. They're paid for by the beer and liquor companies and wine companies.
Well, Whiskey Rocks was paid for by the LCBO at $5 million. That concert series they did.
Oh my god.
That was
I want to slash people's throats. I mean, that's a fucking obscenity. It really is. The money thrown away for frivolous shit like that is just fucking disgusting.
The amount of money the LCBO spends per year just on pointless advertising and things like changing the B in their logo, they could start paying off all the debts of the entire province. Not just like the province itself, and all the people living in the province.
What I find super ironic is how much they push alcohol. You know, they advertise it, they make it look really pretty in their pictures and stuff. And they say, well, you shouldn't drink and drive. You know, you shouldn't go out and drink in excess because that's too much. It's like, you guys are encouraging people. If somebody is an alcoholic and they're trying to get off the booze and they see these beautifully printed magazines, they're going to want to drink. And then they're going to end up drinking and driving and going to prison.
Usually these magazines are only given out at the liquor stores.
Yeah.
I don't know about Tad's, but the one here is only given out at Envy Liquor.
I mean, I don't know. I got to think, I mean, you know, everyone's responsible for their own actions, but I got to just wonder if perhaps, you know, these corporations are at least a little bit responsible for freaking causing so much alcoholism in the country.
How do they sleep at night?
On a large pile of money with many beautiful women.
With many beautiful women.
And giving absolutely no fucks whatsoever.
Yeah. Matt DRP says, throw things at you. And then his follow-up comment was, what do you Ontario people find beer in grocery stores? I think what he means is, what beer do you find in grocery stores?
Just like I said you would find, it's all the same things that the beer store has in the big sellers. You have Bud, you have Corona, you have Coors, you have...
I saw Headstock.
Yeah, Headstock is a big seller in the LCBO and the...
They've got some GLB Canuck, and they've got some GLB Pump.
Oh yeah, the craft beers you have are the stuff that's everywhere as well. There's nothing special in them. It's all the stuff
Tom
you can find
Green's
everywhere.
York Stout.
I don't think it's the point to go to the grocery store and get something rare. I think it's to go to the grocery store and just get something alcoholic to begin with.
Speaking of...
It's convenience.
Speaking of which, Headstock and Naughty Neighbor Nickelbrook has finally showed up in New York, which is... I have not yet seen Kentucky Bastard or anything, but that's... wonder when they'll make it down towards PA at some point soon. Like Kentucky Bastard.
If New York State will go all up against Naughty Neighbor like some people in the Ontario.
Nope, it's already on the shelves and selling. I don't think so. We have a lot worse labels than that.
Oh no, I get that, and it sells here fairly quickly too. But there's a lot of people still that make.
Yeah, fuck those people. We have the fucking brown note from Against the Grain. That's the worst fucking label. It's a guy in his underwear with shit stains. That's the label. Like literally, that's the label. Like, and it's on shelves. It's terrible. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
It's not boobs, so.
I mean, it's a guy with shit stains. Like, I don't know. I don't explain it any better than that. That's what it is. And it's on shelves, and I'm like, how is that even? Why would you want that as your label to begin with? Yeah,
So-
hardy har har. It's real funny. I get it, but like,
My question
it's also
for you
gross.
guys- My question for you guys is, if I start doing my reviews and I'm reading the can with my monocular, you think people will start actually understanding that I'm blind, and that's the reason why I look at my can like this?
How would you just stop looking
No,
at
they'll
your
just
can?
think you're they'll just think you're a fucking snob. Then look at this fucking asshole and his pretentious fucking little eyepiece he's got there. What does the fuck you think he is? You think he's fucking Isaac Newton's or some bullshit? Fucking Galileo here, fucking looking at the goddamn can? You piece of shit.
Hey, right now I can see that you are wearing earphones, sir.
That's
I could
great.
never know that before.
That's awesome. You see this too? You see this?
Well, I could see that without these.
He's got a fucking monocle. Why don't you get a top hat to go with that?
Yeah, get yourself a top hat and.
They're too expensive. I want
Why
one
don't you
though.
get a good palate too?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Find
Yeah.
your phone
Shit.
yet?
Yeah, well, the things you find in there, the Tom Green beer, the Canuck Pale Ale, Pompous Ass, Headstock, Naughty Neighbor, Saints of Circumstance from Collective Arts.
All great beers. I mean, like, you can't. They're all fucking good.
Yeah, none of them are bad beers.
Steam whistle.
Steam Whistle.
Oh, I mean, you haven't lived until you had fresh steam whistle, right, Greg?
That's right.
And then your
Blind Joe.
6 packs of the big brands, and it's all the big brands you could think of.
You know what, Greg? Find me a fresh steam whistle and throw it in the box. That's what I'd like you to do.
The problem is, Joe, is I can't find fresh steam
That's
whistle
cool.
to go to the brewery. I'm a failure.
You are. That's fucking terrible. Isn't the brewery like 10 minutes away? 15, 20?
The brewery prides itself on people getting beers that are like dated the day they buy it too.
Ooh, 10 back.
Joe, listen to me. Nothing would make me happier than to make you happy, except I go to the LCBO and all these steam whistles 2-3 months old. I'm like, this is not what Joe should experience.
No, I mean, drinking a 3-month-old Pilsner makes me want to vomit. It really does.
You know what? I may go downtown this weekend if I can get to the brewery. Oh, fuck, they have shitty hours. They close at like 5 o'clock. Fuck you, steam whistle, and your shitty hours. You're upsetting Joe.
I don't. Steam whistle does nothing to upset me. or make
Now,
you excited because
we
it's
have
fucking a
talked about
pilsner.
shitty hours on breweries before because of things like the Junction and stuff in Toronto. But I did bring this up in our little Facebook group. There is a brewery with shittier hours, and it's in London, and you can buy their beer once a month at a pop-up that they do randomly around the city.
Yeah, some places that do pop-ups, like I think wasn't it Junction that used to do pop-ups, and what's that baseball beer that used
Left field.
I feel.
Yeah, I think they used to do pop-ups. I think they now have a regular retail store.
Yeah, Left field has a brick and mortar brewery now.
And you can give shit to Junction, but don't they have a retail store?
Yep.
So like,
Just have shitty hours.
I would say
their hours are just horrible.
I would say a pop-up I wouldn't give as much shit because they're just, randomly popping up. It's not like they have a fucking brewery and they're, going all out. They're
Well,
probably
they do
just...
have a brewery. They just don't want to do the
Do they have a
steps.
retail shop?
They don't want to do the steps to get a retail license.
Okay, well then I understand that. That's fine. But if you have a retail shop to be open like fucking 2 days a week for 4 hours each day, it's stupid. A retail shop, you better fucking make you can say whatever you want about Bellwood's good or bad. Fucking obviously Bellwood's I think is awesome, but like they're open 11 p.m. at 11 every night.
Yeah, they're open
every day.
The entire time they can be open, basically.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, what the fuck? Like, you don't have like, I gotta show up on a fucking Tuesday at 2 p.m. or something, getting shut out. Fuck that.
Well, and you're paying your retail person minimum wage. You're paying the minimum wage. So you sell 3 or 4 bottles, you paid for them for the hour.
Yep.
I'm sure you're going to sell 20 bottles in a day.
All right, I'm gonna head out, guys. I'll
See you
talk
later,
to you.
Nick.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nick.
See you
How was
there.
that Guinness, Nick? Was it proper?
Yeah, it was pretty proper. First one I made a mess with, but the second one went down pretty damn smooth.
Did it make you feel like beating your wife, or what's going on?
No, there was no wife beating
Our
her.
wives, okay?
I have a wife, but other than that, no, I didn't feel overly violent.
Oh, well.
Felt like watching Gaelic football.
That's proper. Totally proper.
Right. All right. See you guys later.
Good night, sir.
What are you drinking over there, Matt? I saw the Finback come out.
They're apple brandy barrel aged imperial
That's cool. Get
coffee
fucked.
and chocolate stout.
No, I don't want to hear it. That's a good call. That's a good call. Fuck you. I love you, but it's so great.
It's delicious.
I'm
I
sure
thought
it
he
is.
was going to go to Pizza Boy and get all of his beers from there
Fuck
today.
Pizza Boy. He's sucking major, just big rod. Just a huge one.
I've gone to like 3 breweries in the area, like outside the area, not even locally. That like they're like, yeah, fuck Pizza Boy, like eat like straight up from the brewer's mouths.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you know it's getting bad.
Yeah, the
There are
word is
breweries
out,
like-
baby.
Well, no, because I mean, like us as consumers, we'll say shit, but the brewer fucking club, the loyalty thing, whatever, is pretty tight. So when brewers say like "fuck that person," you know that's serious. You know what I mean?
I will say this though. I will say this. Resurgence, who you know, Matt, and they released their Irish breakfast beer.
I heard.
Okay. And yeah, I'm sure fucking your buddy George there going.
Georgie
balls.
Porgy, yeah.
It's available everywhere. I don't know if he's gotten any yet, but it's available everywhere. I went to release day. It happened to be the same day I was going down to Cleveland for the Nut Smasher release from Willoughby. And I just stopped in, and the release was like at noon, but I stopped in at like 3 or whatever, and I was like, all right, let's just go there and see what they got. Of course, they had a shit ton of them. It was $7 at the brewery. I'm in Wegmans a couple days ago, and it's $5.99. And I was like, fuck you, Pizza Boy, I mean, Resurgence. How dare you charge an extra $1 per bottle? I just found it interesting, though. $7 at the brewery, $5.99 at Wegmans. I'm like, it doesn't even make sense.
How was the Willoughby?
Oh, it was a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good. Good time. Great time, actually.
How was Ohio, Joe?
It was just shitty as it possibly can be, as always. No, it was a good time. I came down. I hung out with Johnny. We did a little bottle share.
Wait,
Yeah,
no.
I wish you would've let me know, or,
Did you do a bottle share, or did you do the best bottle share in the history of mankind, in parentheses?
Question mark?
No, we just did a regular bottle share because I didn't want to take it to a whole nother level of the best IPA in Ohio in the month of March on this day. Like, we didn't do that. No, we just did we only drank like, it was 3 of us, and we drank like 4 beers. It was weird. We did the Evil Twin Un Mas Todo Jesus, which is basically like their Unapoo
Which is
Mexican cake.
here's the thing with Evil Twin. Everybody, just so you know, all their beers are the same. Anyway, next topic.
We did. I don't even remember the rest of the beers we did. We did that. We did 4 beers. I can't recall any of them, I guess. No, we also did the Prairie Oaky. Barrel aged Oaky? Yeah, we just did Oaky, which is their Imperial Brown Ale, and a couple others, and it was a good time. And then at Willoughby, they had Nut Smasher there. Obviously, they're releasing the bottles, and they had it on tap, a couple beers and stuff. So it was just like a quick, basically, day trip. Came back, and it was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was nice. It's cool having, fucking Cleveland 3 hours away, because it's like, as soon as you cross that, because Erie's right there, so you can cross into PA. Stop to this little fucking hot dog joint in fucking Erie. Absolutely awesome. They had like 20 different dogs. They were fucking great. You could pull off. They had Sunday morning stout just in the fucking cooler. You could just go get it and just bring it out. And it was like $4 a bottle to have with your meal. I was like, I'm not gonna drink that with a fucking dog. So I got like a Trogs. I got a Trogs. What's the Imperial Pale Ale?
I don't know.
I forgot. I had that with it, and it went well, but I was like, this cool little fucking, just like off the fucking throughway, just this little shitty place, but it was so, like, the hot dogs are amazing. People in there are really cool. I ended up giving the guy a bottle of the Irish breakfast. I'm like, hey, dude, I think about it, sure. He's like, nah, just fucking take a bottle. He's like, you sure I got money? I'm like, dude, I don't care. I was like, just take a bottle, fucking $6, $7, whatever. And he was into it, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm stopping here anytime I'm rolling through Erie. But you come through, you go through Erie, so you got like PA distribution, and then you go like 20 miles, and then you're in fucking Cleveland, and it's like 500 beers that you can't get in the fucking New York. So it's just like, it's amazing. So I stopped at a couple of bottle shops, picked up some stuff. It was an awesome time. Of course, Johnny lied to me. Like, before this, I was just like, oh, dude, I'm coming down. I was like, I'll bring you like 8 to 12 beers. He's like, I got the same for you. I show up, he has 24 beers for me. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
To lie to me. But then, like,
That's
it's totally cool.
That's an awkward situation. Yeah, it's cool, but at the same time, you're like, come on, man.
Well, like, the first couple times, I fucking, like, dropped, like, 20 beers on him. He gave me, like, 5. So he's like, I'm going to pay you back. And I'm like, no, you're fucking not. And I'm like, no, you just lied to me to pay me back? Fuck you. But that's awesome. But still, fuck you. So I was like, next time, you're going to get fucking, I'm just going to bring, like, 4 cases. And then what are you going to do then? Nothing.
Nothing, son.
You're going to do nothing. You're going to enjoy it. Yeah, but, it was a cool day trip. That's the funny thing about Willoughby. You go down there, and aside from a couple of their beers, their shit's nothing special. Like, the beer I sent to you, the Hazy Days that you like so much and I enjoyed, like, that's like one of the top like 3 beers from them for me. Like, it's the Nut Smasher, and then they're like regular peanut butter coffee porters. Just like, it's pretty much what they're known for. So, fun times though.
Nice.
Yeah. It's not a fit back.
Smokes, we're still online.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Matt DRP says he's only bought beer from Loblaws once, apparently. So he has done some grocery shopping.
What did he buy? What did he buy?
Oh,
Let's flip the script. Ask them questions. What did you buy?
Yeah. He says, is it silly that beers, or he says it is silly that beers are not at the beer store, cannot be in the stores, like if your local hometown brewery wants to sell their beer at the store, they can't.
Math.
Matt is also French, just like Guy.
Oh, okay.
Basically, saying it's silly that if the beer is not being sold at the beer store, it cannot be sold at the grocery store.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's completely and utterly moronic that it can't be done.
But isn't it beers that can be at the liquor store can be sold there? I thought
it has to be from the beer store, and it has to be at the beer store prices.
Mm-hmm. It's still the fucking sort of pale fucking monopoly.
Like,
fucking
you cannot sell it for any cheaper than the beer store is selling it for.
No, it's such bullshit. It's just, Catherine Wynn comes in, Joe's girlfriend, comes in and...
God damn it!
and comes in and says, oh, we're going to change things. You're not really changing shit. You're just giving us the same shit in different locations is all you're doing.
Okay, gentlemen.
No,
I have to go poop. I have to go poop because my dogs have to poop.
Hang on a second.
Poop, dance. You'll
Oh
see.
wait,
it.
you're
Watch,
on the
watch, watch. Dance.
wait.
Dance. He's gonna do it. Come on,
Matt-
buddy. Come on.
Matt, before
Dance.
you leave, though, honestly,
What?
tell your buddy George when he does come up to Buffalo, because he comes up like every, month or whatever,
Yeah.
Hamburg grounded, bourbon barrel aged imperial stout from Hamburg Brewing Company. They have it in bottles. Should be in any bottle shop he goes to, probably in Buffalo, maybe in Rochester. Hamburg grounded. Tell him.
Hamburg grounded. Hamburg
It's a
grounded.
really good fucking beer, and it's like $10 for a fucking $7.50.
Okay.
You and your dogs are on the same toilet schedule?
well, no.
They all squat in the fucking yard and just drop deuces.
This dude right here wants to poop hard. So.
Take it easy, Matt. Good seeing you.
Have a good night, Matt. It was good to see you again.
So Rhino, back to what was it? What was I going to say? Innocente, Loblaws. They were selling the charcoal porter, I believe.
Yep.
Now, do they have that at the beer store?
Yep.
Okay, that I didn't know. I haven't been to the beer store in so long, so.
Jamie, I just want to point out, if you come down for the fest, I will come up. That's the only deal I have for you. I probably doesn't.
I will go.
Well, I would say it doesn't probably have any bearance of whether you can come or not, but I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there.
Go up, I'll go down.
Yeah,
and we'll
well, I
in
don't
the
know. That
middle.
sounds a little bit too sexual.
It was lug tread that he bought at the.
Yeah. So there you go. One of Joe's favorite beers.
Joe,
Dude, fucking I fucking actually like lug tread. Okay, as far as Kolsch's, how many Kolsch's do you know just roll up? I can probably go to a fucking local bottle shop that has 2,000 beers and there's probably maybe like a half dozen Kolsch's. In all honesty, like it's not a popular style, but for a Kolsch, fucking lug tread was really good. Like I could totally buy more of them. Problem is they come here in the States and because of import prices, like almost $5 a bottle. So I'm not gonna spend $5 on a fucking Kolsch.
I just sent Guy a Kolsch.
Kolsch's are alright, man.
That's the thing, right? With the
1857 Kolsch from Aber.
With the U.S. breweries and how many there are, for $5 you can get some great stuff.
As much as I love fucking all the cool shit that comes out in the States and even in Canada, there's a shit ton of stuff and all these places doing stuff. I appreciate the lower, the lesser styles, the styles that don't have as much flavor, except for fucking alt beers. They can fuck right off. Everything else is cool. Alt beers can suck a major dick.
And
but
wheat
like
beers and sour beers.
Yeah, and all the barrel aged beers, like as a whole.
There you go.
Like, put them all in a barrel and fucking over the fucking falls.
Great thing is though, I give shit to the alt beers and specifically Mash Paddles. But if Mash Paddle does actually bring their alt beer this year again, I will actually try it and maybe film it on somebody's channel, not my own because I'll never have one. But aside from that, it should be fun.
But if I come, then you'll come up.
Jamie and I will do a duo review of the Mash Paddle alt beer on his channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. Does that sound? Someone can hold the camera. It'll be great times.
Jimmy Jazz says, but there's no hit stock at the beer store, but it's in every grocery store I've seen.
Jazz, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not well
It
because
actually got pulled off of the beer store's shelves right at about the same time the beer store opened up their fucking ownership thing. Because John basically was like, fuck you guys, and pulled it off the shelf. So I don't know if they're doing the, well, we have served it before bullshit.
Jesus Christ, Ethan!
Wow.
Holy fuck. Are you in a commercial right now, bro? Like this fucking new Dorito commercial? What's happening over there? Oh.
Mr. T in my pocket.
I'm so sorry. I got
Ran
really
out of
hungry.
batteries.
I'm
But if
sorry.
that-
I'm sorry, Chad. What were you saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I wasn't saying anything.
Jamie is saying something about Mr. T's fucking his little gadget he has.
It ran out of batteries, so I would have said
what?
shut up food right there. But
Mr. T.
Yeah, you gotta just keep up with those batteries. You always gotta have that. Like bring that to
I
the
know, I
fest. It'd be fantastic review. Nah, I don't know.
Damn, Murdoch, get me a battery, you crazy fool!
Some collective G.I. Joes that are still in the package, but the batteries still work.
Mash Paddle, can you tell us about your alt beer? Shut up, fool! Yeah, that's the way we gotta go.
Ethan, G.I. Joes do not have batteries.
Well, the ones I played with did. I'm not talking about the originals. I'm talking about like the '90s versions of GI Joes.
Oh, you
The
sad
90s
fuck.
blow up ones.
And by collectible, I mean collectible to me. Okay.
You sad.
So Ethan, you're rolling up with the glasses. You finally gave in to you need glasses, huh?
I know, right? Well, the
Can
Ohio.
you finally
DMV
fucking
said
see what
that.
you're saying? Can you fucking finally see what you're saying?
Does it actually?
Finally,
I
can read the dates on the news articles I bring up.
Seriously, is it helping out quite a bit?
Yeah, it's freaking crystal clear. I love it. It's great. Now in my beer reviews, I can actually give a 100% depiction of what I'm looking at. So everything
Guys.
before everybody's watching, don't watch any of my videos until now.
Yeah, this is golden, orange, and hazy. Hang on, let me put my glasses. Actually, this is an imperial stout that is dark as the night.
It's like I haven't posted it yet, but in my
Perfect
video,
beer
the
gets a
first
20/20 for me.
It was the first video I did with glasses on, and I was like, yeah, you guys could tell I had some new. It's a new haircut. Yep. Same fucking,
And the best thing is, chicks dig nerds these days. I mean, not average Joe, but they do dig nerds. And
Well, I already have one chick, so
Lee, why are you
really
so
need-
hateful?
I don't need much. I don't need a whole coop.
I'm an
I don't need a
abusive,
whole
hateful
coop.
person.
I know your heart's black, but I thought as
I
if
don't need
no
the whole coop
Justin
of chicks,
Bieber-
man. I just got that one. I got the one hen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you keep saying that, and you keep saying that so many times that everyone's starting to not believe you and think you have ulterior motives and probably some sort of harem
I was so close to the Jeffrey Dahmer pair. The big
what? Why?
I don't know what that means.
Jeffrey.
That just took a dark turn.
Big silver wire glasses. Like I was gonna get a pair of those. And
Okay, I gotta go
I
upstairs
don't-
for a second, guys. Jamie's in charge. He's the only one I trust at the moment. And
Oh,
just so
God.
you know, apparently we are being monitored.
Oh,
We're
that's
being
great.
monitored from upstairs.
That's awesome. Ethan,
He said
nobody
Jay's in
else
charge.
knew what kind of glasses Jeffrey Dahmer was wearing. You know way too much about this subject.
he's from Ohio, man. Of course, I have to know it. So
No, God damn it, man.
it's like a common thing. If you're Ohioan, man, you gotta know that, baby.
Is this an examination, like breaking out in this?
See, I gotta get a Louisiana hat. like
Dustin
that.
Jay's gonna drink them thing down. Tom's the dusted things
Are you gonna join his examination next week, Jamie?
If you'll have me, sure. That would be hilarious. Hilarious.
I mean, I'll
We're gonna have
totally. I'll watch it if you fucking join it. You gotta let me know.
I
if you
will
join,
watch
'cause
it if you join.
It's super fresh. It's been in the back of the fridge.
I
for
would
almost-
join Jay's examination, but it's always 6 in the morning, and I'm sleeping by then, so I can't
think
join.
I think it's
Damn,
next week, 7:30 Wednesday. So I've got
7:30.
half an hour.
6 in the morning? What the fuck? You don't live in Australia, dude. What the fuck's going on?
Australia, mate. My baby, away, my baby.
Australia,
Jump
you
on the
cunt.
barbie.
Jamie, if you do come down, I'll bring a couple beers up for you. Let me know if you do plan on attending Chats Fest. I'm probably 60-40 at this point. I think I will be able to. I won't be able to come up the prior nights like we do the beer shares and all that stuff. Probably come up Saturday for the actual fest. And if there's anything happening Saturday night afterwards at his place, like a bottle share or anything, I probably will stay.
Yeah, I 100% like work. I'm able to, and I would love to go and all that. It's just two young kids, so.
Oh no, I totally understand, but just let me know.
It's gonna be like within the couple weeks before I should know one way or another.
All right, just let me know on Facebook because
I'd love to go.
All right, well, I gotta go, guys. I gotta do some beer reviews, so
Ethan,
I'm
stop
doing
lying to
a
us.
side-by-side Hop Juju from Fat Ed's.
Why
1
don't you
year,
do it live?
1 year difference.
Why don't you do it
Just
live?
do it right now.
One from
Just do
last
it live.
year and one from this year. I
Do it
can't.
live.
I gotta be legitimate. I gotta do an
Won't say a
actual
thing.
video.
Well,
Ethan,
you just pop your camera on here while you're on the chat, and you do it live.
I'll totally be behaved if you do it live, and I won't say anything.
We will not. We will not.
I can't. I already did it
Give you
once.
No
I
hassle,
can't do
sir.
it.
We will not.
I've been waiting a
haggle
whole
you.
year to do this review. I can't fuck it up. That's
Do
pretty
it for
much what
Greg.
is.
Greg wants to see it.
Yeah,
Fuck Craig.
Oh,
Fuck!
Both
Whoa!
his dog raping
Whoa!
ass.
That's
Whoa,
pretty
that
cool.
got a little
Whoa!
mean there.
Whoa!
Ethan, can you post a naked picture of Caroline? I'd appreciate that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope her
Hmm.
boyfriend's not watching this, Greg, because he's a psycho.
I'll have sex with him in between having sex with her twice.
That may or may not be
Oh,
the
Greg,
beer
you're so
he's
scandalous.
drinking right now. May or may not be.
This is
Well,
this
come
is a
back,
hate-
Ethan. How long does a fucking review take? 20 minutes? Come back. I'm
Well, I
sure
gotta do
we'll
a
set you
couple
up.
of reviews. I've had a lot of beer.
It
sitting
might
in the
take
fridge.
30 minutes then. Get your ass back. Don't fucking tell us because you got new glasses you're fucking above us. That's not cool.
Guys, I was making that joke
I mean,
at work,
like-
Mike. Trust me, these things don't make me smarter. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Well,
No,
no one was confusing that, Ethan.
No,
I think they
yeah.
might actually make you dumber based on the fact that, you know, it's going to take you fucking 3 hours to do 2
Turns that
reviews.
wasn't one of them.
Nobody had the wool pulled over their eyes tonight, Ethan. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I'll try to join you guys later.
Like I was worried Rhino today
All
might
right.
be more racist.
All right, Greg. See you guys later.
See you,
Ethan.
Ethan.
I was worried Lee might have slightly more of that plastic tarp over his house. I was worried Joe might be slightly more of a cartoon buffalo.
Well, I do sleep in it. You know, I have an extra little roll of it for when I sleep under my workbench in my tool shed, and it keeps me warm.
Well, you know, you do the best you can because you're dirt pro, right? You inherit your mama, your grandmama. You can't quite remember, and
It's a real Norman Bates kind of situation, really. You know, I got my mother's corpse in the basement and in a wheelchair, and I just
But not everyone gets to live beside a lake.
yes, Mom.
exactly, yeah. I got a
Yeah, that'd be
picturesque
nice.
lake, and
I mean, if you had a fucking lake right there, that'd be amazing.
that would be amazing.
You should tell all those fucking people who comment, be like, dude, if I had a lake right here, I wouldn't be on fucking YouTube replying to you right now. I'd be in my lake. I'd be in my fucking lake, relaxing.
That's right. Me
Like-
and my dog would be in the lake,
The
swimming
dog
around.
would fucking doggy paddle like there's no tomorrow. I'd be relaxed. Like, you don't understand. Your life would be completely different if that was a fucking lake. Like, they don't understand.
I'd be so much better off, but no, it's a tool shed and it's a fucking building right next to it, and I'm just.
Here's the thing.
I live in squalor.
I like that we joke around about all this, but, like, the simple fact that anyone watched your review, and by anyone we know who we're talking about, to think you actually live in that fucking thing.
It's well.
And I don't
It's
know
a-
if he's joking or not, but just even joke about it's like so fucking. It's like a dumb thing to joke about. That'd be
Well-
like him making fun of the room that he's in because it has nothing on the fucking walls and he's like it makes no sense.
Well, let me just say here, and I'm not a medical doctor, so I have no
Are you a
reason
doctor
to
of beer
have a
though?
professional fucking opinion here, but I took care of my grandfather when he was suffering from Alzheimer's for a year and a half. I helped my mother take care of him, and that sort of thing sort of creeps up on a person after severe medical issues or stress issues, and I do know that this person has had those in the last year or so, and he is of sort of that age group where these things can sort of spiral out of control, and I don't know if it's just his persona that he's putting up on the internet or not, but I have seen signs that remind me of where my grandfather went when he was spiraling out into Alzheimer's. So that might very well be happening. It might not be. I don't know. But all the stuff he says is just fucking grade 12 or fucking schoolyard bullshit, and it's retarded.
It's petty.
And
It's really just
and
petty.
well, and I mean that Red Rooster motherfucker, like it's almost like the worst Sherlock Holmes Dr. Watson team up I've ever seen, where their detective work is bullshit.
Well, you know what? If you look at
So, what I love is I left upstairs. I left this chat in somebody's capable hands, and I come down and we're talking about fucking the Dr. Dave.
Whoa!
We name
have
no
said
names,
no
my
names.
You
friend.
don't have to say any names.
There you go. Everybody's muted now.
there were no names.
Listen.
All I'm
We have
saying-
said no.
If you looked at certain people's channels, up until 2 years ago, they were pretty normal, and then suddenly maybe they went a little crazy. No names are names. We're probably talking about the Albino Rhino, but no names.
And again, I will mention, Chad, I do not bring it up. It was brought up to me, and I am
I'm gonna
commenting
drink
on it.
this for you guys before we go off air.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, drink that.
Jamie, stop marrying me, fucker! All right, so
I got an idea, Chad. Why
I
don't you
tried
drink
to
all the
unmute
ones?
you, it wouldn't let me.
Chad, I got an
Sorry.
idea. Why don't you drink all the ones you have currently and just
Oh no, I have 4 of them to send out still.
no, drink them all tonight.
No.
All of them tonight.
Chad, I just want to clarify, to be clear. This Chad is almost 3 hours in. If there's someone watching this that will
I don't
relay the
care if
messages
somebody's
back
watching it.
there,
I just don't
Hard liquor.
want to deal with it anymore. Like we talked about.
there's no dealing. There's
No,
no dealing.
I
Everything's
believe
fine.
that there's somebody sitting here with a hat that isn't me that keeps saying, "Oh, we should just let this die."
No, I thought. Here's the thing. Grand scheme of things, yes, let it die. But it's just so fun to just poke fun occasionally. Like it's there. It's. I mean, it needs to be done. It needs to be done, and we are the ones that should do it. No one else should take our pride and our fucking our moment.
I can understand the temptation. I'll admit something. I shot a video today.
Oh shit!
The same time I shot the video of my dog, and I had both videos on my computer tonight, and I deleted one of them.
You motherfucker.
Because I was going to. I did have a nice little rant on there, and I was like, know what? I'm not going to fucking put it out there. I'm not going to give him ammunition to fucking respond to. I'm not going to continue things.
But that's the grand scheme of things, though, Lee. In all honesty, is I don't care. I really don't. Like you said your piece, he said his. But I'm a fucking troll. We're all trolls in some sense. It's just fun to kind of fuck around. I don't really care, though, either way. If he makes a bunch of videos, whatever, who cares? Like you said, you're probably not going to respond. It doesn't matter. It's so fucking dumb that it's way past that. It's kind of slight enjoyment. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Let's not forget that it's fun that it makes Chad mad.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Like, to get Chad up. Guys, I'm done with it. I am done. There's no more on my channel. There's no more Chad. You sweating shit. You're
Terrible
sweating shit.
parody. Terrible parody.
Yeah, I don't even know what a parody is. I'm sorry. Lee, you are like Batman. You are the Captain Save-A-Ho.
I'm almost tempted to watch these videos, but I'm still not going to do it.
I do like. Here's the thing, though. Like, of everyone that has been shit on, mostly Lee. Jamie, you got yours coming, you dillweed. Like you had, like, there's a picture of a dillweed somewhere that I saw that was focused on you and Lee, but totally half of it is yours. Like you own half of that dillweed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more the weed of the two of us.
And you
We could be a top buddy show. Dylan Weed.
own a piece of a dillweed? Like you just you're like it's like a timeshare? Like you have access to that dillweed at certain times of the year?
Wait, what? Did yeah? Cheers to that bullshit you're drinking there. Did I miss? What shared deal?
A certain individual finally watched the video that Jamie posted.
Okay.
And then on his certain page that I will, no names, my friends, indeed, no names. There was a picture of a dillweed, like a canister of dillweed, and it said.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jamie. You probably have it better than I do.
No, I was just gonna say I actually I cut that off of his like I did a screenshot and I put the picture up on
Not
Plus.
on Google Plus. Yeah, if you go to the whatever today, just
he's got me blocked on Google Plus. So
Jesus, how do you fucking block someone on Google Plus? I don't know. I'm looking to block it.
The one from the Hangout today, I put a picture in there.
No, I saw it because I got the little notification.
Yeah, just on his Facebook page, he just put something up.
I just want to know if there's a beer that's ever been aged in Peckerwood barrels. If that's the case,
Ethan Williams Peckerwood barrels.
That would be epic if there was.
Whatever.
Here we go. Chad, to change the subject, I have a question for you. I was at a place in St. Jacobs today, and I saw this little sign. I picked it up, Ramblin' Road. Have you ever tried any of their beers?
Yes, it's owned by Picard's Peanuts.
Picard, yeah, that's actually where I was in St. Jacobs, and I saw this. I've never heard of them. Is it terrible or all right beer? Or?
Like 5 out of 10s. It's just beer.
Jamie,
Okay.
They make a pilsner. They make a pilsner, a lager, a
potato beer.
Potato
The chips,
yeah.
the potato chips beer. Because Jamie, to blow your mind, and I reviewed I was there to try the Ramblin' Road. What was the name of it, Chad?
the Dakota Pearl.
Dakota Pearl. Yeah.
What they do with that is they make a beer soaked. They make an export ale, a lager, and a pilsner, and then the Dakota Pearl Ale is the export ale used to bathe the chips that they use to make their beer chips. And then they also have a red ale now. They have a purebred red. And none of the beers are bad per se. They're just beer.
PC 2.5.
I'd rather PC 2.5.
Hey Joe, you know the Rhino man? You do videos at his place, man?
Oh, I totally did videos.
10 minutes after you just said you did a review at his place, man?
Oh, I totally did. Yeah, no, wait, it was one of the first times I came up there, and he just came back, and he had the Dakota Pearl Ale, and we were all excited because it was like, it's one of those beers where the actual, it sounds a lot better than it ended up being, because it's
they were advertising it as an actual potato beer. And then you found out that it was just they washed the potatoes in the beer. And you're like, okay, so it's just a beer. It's a regular beer. Nothing special about it. And it was just one of those sad realizations, and yeah, it was just a beer.
If you go to Chad's, don't ever drink the nuts beer.
Oh.
Well, he washes his nuts in it. That's the joke. Nuts.
I assumed that was the thing. That's why.
It was a nuts joke, people. A nuts joke.
I only have one nut.
Well, that's right. There was a tragic accident.
There was a tragic accident with a furniture dolly.
Oh, I thought it was because your wife bit down one time.
No, she doesn't do that type of thing.
That's pretty gross. But also